do we fare?
We are. Not, I went with farewell travelers. You guys didn't come up with. I mean, I can
Well,
change it. You need
no,
me to
not
change
now
it?
that we have all the tech
I
issues,
did.
like it
I
fell
said
into place.
I said fuck those kids, and you didn't use it. So that's up to you, man.
What in the world are we talking about?
PG stream. PG stream.
I think I missed that a long time ago. I know when I put this on YouTube, I don't put it for kids.
The last episode, I think I did. Is this for kids? Yeah.
Test test.
Yeah, sure.
We heard
Kids
you.
are mature now.
Thank you.
True. All right.
Y'all got those extra PCs? Pull up my stream. I need the views.
Again, this is a bandwidth issue.
Yeah, if he pulls up one of the streams, then both of his computers will go down.
I'm gonna change out the floppy disk. Hold on.
It says insert disc two.
Dude, I used that as an argument to get new computers at work once.
It worked once.
I'm like, for real, I have the most technical. I've routed for U.S. Foods, so I had to manage all of their truck routes for the next day. I'm like, I've got the most technical job in this place, and my computer still has a floppy drive, and that's how I got a new computer.
Call. Good call.
To be fair, I'm not up to floppy drives yet.
To be fair,
Still working on the little card.
Is your computer the size of a bedroom? And it's still only 256 megabytes?
he's actually playing from inside of it.
Yeah, he's inside. I gotta feed the hamster. It's not working fast.
Keep running, you little bastard.
Don't miss the next ticket punch, Lee, or the whole system will go down.
Yeah, it's gonna happen like that.
Nah, dude, we're gonna get you set up in a better system soon.
If anybody wants to sponsor the guy on the bottom left of my screen, he needs a new PC.
Got a lot going on too. In the technical world.
They give you advertising space on a podcast.
You're a tabletop journey follower. You know why. All right.
I know you need to. Yeah, you need to cut a commercial or something that we can use for Tabletop Journey. Play it.
Yeah, definitely. You can throw it in during breaks.
Yeah.
Go there. All right. As pretty much to make things.
I think we have a spot pre-recorded. Just saying.
Oh, cool. All right. You had acquired two of the stones. You were making your way back from the dragon's lair to get to the Fey Forest to return those. You were sort of beset upon by the Knights of Nine when they found set a trap, and you were able to dodge that thanks to Alesky's quick thinking to put up a wall of force and then use the.
Oh, hey, whoa.
Oh, not Alesky.
Firebrand.
Looking at different names up here.
Well, your picture's not up on the screen, so we had to go with Alesky.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Disappeared. All right, and so you guys got there. Got to the Fey Court, informed the queen what was going on, dropped the stones off, and that pretty much sent you on a quest to rid the goddess, who's under the control of Hades, of the 7 effects of sin, which seem to be also infused of champions she has brought back. So how these were created and brought back, Hades did something to them to bound the goddess to his more darker will. So you guys are trying to find ways to do that. And you did that by going to the town of Fair, and that met up with the high priestess of Apollo, Aurora. She was found there in a created temple of her god, and she gave you all that extra information, pretty much where some of them are, but not all of them. And one of the ones that seemed to pop out where he was in Spazo, the Hephaestus dynasty, was Azarian Greystoke, where you believe that he may be the one that will know where most of the other sins are. And so you guys are really now in the town of Fair at the Temple of Apollo. You are more or less relaxing. You guys can come up with plans on how you want to go about this. If you definitely want to go to Spazo, the capital city there, that will mean a bit of traveling. which will be going east, and you will have to cross a rather frigid river. Or you can try to go back the way some of you originally went to, which was back to Flowerdale, and then hook all the way south again, which is the easiest accessible way to cross the river without any other magical means or other known routes for you guys. So the floor is now yours, however you guys want to do things.
I'm not a fan of frigid. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, fire is more my thing than ice.
The cold can be endured, but yeah, avoiding it is always best.
The cold can be a turd. You said it.
Indeed.
Well, were my sense of humor quite that crude? But yes.
If there's a situation in which we could avoid the cold without losing time, then we definitely should.
And Azurian Greystoke is supposed to be in this city.
In
He's
the
the he's
dynasty,
the he's the king now, right?
yes.
Oh,
Down with the king.
that'll be easy.
Yeah, he's living there.
Pretty sure it'll be easy to find. Whether or not we can get to him,
Yeah.
that's a different story.
I concur that time is a consideration. Do we have an approximate idea of the time it would take to travel under conventional means to these locations by the two different routes?
Give me a survival check.
Can't help. If we were underground, maybe, but
My understanding of overland travel is not all that significant. It would be a 12 total.
What you are from, you do know of the area. You do know from the northern part it would be quicker because that's where the mountain of St. Augustine and that range lie. The problem is really the river itself. If you know how to get past a very wide river, rapidly moving, frigid, you would make great time. Probably a couple weeks. You're gonna go back the other way, you're talking probably a month of travel because you have to go all the way down the mountain range, past Flower, which was where Flowerdale was, and hook around like you guys did. Then that's just to get past the river, and then it's gonna probably take you another couple weeks to go from there all the way up to the city. So you have to do a big U to get to your destination.
That sounds like a long time.
Yes. For you, Firebrand, you do know that the timetable now is more or less how much the Archlich is doing things, and you're probably now more actively hunted of the group.
Out of game, how many people do we have in our group now? What's the total?
I believe 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, 10.
8. Oh, 10.
Or 10 of you.
We have the 5-player character. Yeah, 5-player characters, and then
5 NPCs.
It's a big group.
Yep. Well, when you picked up Zindred, you
we have all those paladins
for help.
Right.
You asked for it. And they're pretty
I
powerful.
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
I don't have the ability to ward all of you from the cold, but I can give us the ability to breathe water and I imagine relatively easily cross the river and gain that extra time.
Yeah, I don't think we can take the time to go the long way around.
besides, the
It might
bards
be
do not sing of those who took the scenic byway to the battle and arrived after it was over.
we should most definitely we should most definitely make sure we go by the fastest route. Let's get there. Let's get this done.
Of course, we could probably just take a ferry across the river as well. We probably shouldn't necessarily have to walk it.
There aren't any ferries in the north.
Do any of us have the ability to build a raft or boats? Do we have those skill sets among us?
There's also not many trees near your side of the river. They're on the other side. There are more trees on the other side.
We're swimming herd.
Do we know how deep the water is?
You're swimming pretty deep. Because down the south, in the southern part, ships use it to traverse.
Can a line be cast across with an arrow shot?
A really good one, yeah, maybe. But how stressed you can put on it would be relative to what it's attached to.
Oleski, could you fly across said river and anchor a rope?
How? If it's an arrow shot across, yes.
Right, but if somebody could anchor,
Well, I could make somebody fly. I can make anybody fly.
if the idea is to get wood and then build a raft, whoever needs to be able to do that skill, we could get there. As far as felling trees, I can do that. Have no fear of drowning. I can literally walk. However, if it's exceptionally deep, that would be problematic. But if a line is big enough and someone on the other side, they could literally pull the rope and I could just go along with secure the rope and I could just pull my way across without ever touching the bottom. No fear of
Right.
drowning.
Ju,
Just
can
be,
you
be wary of the current, my friend.
roll a survival?
I can provide the ability to breathe water for up to 24 hours. So that's drowning is not an issue. The current is the
Oh.
issue. And the
I-
temperature.
Hold
I
on,
don't-
I can get everybody across. Why are we debating this? I can make everybody fly.
Apparently, I know
can
the
use
way
it
to.
as-
Hold
Well,
on.
there's
I think,
that as
I
well.
think I know how to do this. So 23 with the natural 20.
Wow. Okay, so you know the river is. You've been around this area. The river is very rapid moving. So raft building at this area of the junction, if you're not really good, let's say hard sailor in an aspect or survivalist in this group, could be dangerous because you're more likely to go off rocks. The bridge thing, the rope bridge in some faction or another is actually more practical if you can find a location short enough for a rope to be set across in that aspect there.
I think
I
the
can just
smartest
make-
way, because I mean, with the raft,
I can just,
there's
I can
no
make
way.
everybody fly. We
Oh,
can
can
take
you?
turns. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, if there's no limitation on how many people you can make fly, then yeah, just
Well, it's a constant. I can make some of us go, and then stop thinking about take away their ability to fly, make more people fly,
then let's do that.
and then we can do that.
Yeah, that
We
that
just,
that.
need to, we just need to make sure that whoever goes over first, there's a fair amount of security on the other end, as
Yeah.
well as not leaving no security at the back end. So we have to split up our party effectively.
Well, I
Make
say
sure no one is left tactically in the lurch.
I think myself, UHK, and Alexi should go first, and then Zindred and her crew will stay behind, and then they can come over in the second batch.
I think their scouts should go in the first group.
Based on the undead that it nearly attacked us when last, well, we were nearly attacked. We may want to keep members of the Paladin order on both sides of the river as opposed to keeping them all on one.
I agree. And the paladin scout would probably be our best advantage on the other side. Her doing her thing will secure from the threats that we don't see when we land.
Okay, the most efficient way that I can do it is I can send 3 people over first. So that's the highest number I can do. So it would get the most bodies on the other side for security. And then I can send 1 person over because that's the smallest number. And then I can do groups of 2 for the rest.
Well, and I can also fly on my own a short distance, so that would relieve
Okay.
the magical effort on your part to put on somebody else.
Well, when it's not gonna. I guess I could say, yeah, okay.
We all walk.
If you can do it, you can do it on your own. Then you can do it on your own. I can do the
Right, we
nine
could move,
nine
we could
other
move one
ones of
additional
us.
person
Dude.
in the group.
Well, then I can do a group of 3 and then groups of 2. Yeah, and then groups of 2.
Do you all go on foot?
9.
Yes.
What?
I was wondering if I had missed that I was the only person mounted because I ride a lizard. Do you
Oh.
all walk?
Oh, I forgot that you had the lizard. Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
not all of us.
Okay,
have-
so I'm sitting there going, "How are we getting horses across
You're-
if we're
you're
flying
muted,
on
Jim.
the people?"
You do have to.
Yeah. No, I forgot
Yep.
that you had them out because none of us have ever had one. So.
Why would you
Oh.
not simply buy horses instead of walking?
Well,
Because we
We don't-
often end up in places where horses are a detriment.
There,
yeah, we would have had to leave a lot of horses behind.
Yeah.
they are a much more delicate mount. Agreed.
All right, so are you the only one that's mounted in your group?
Apparently so. Though all
Okay.
of them at second level could summon a mount.
Some of them don't prefer it though.
Well, if it's a summoned mount, you could let it go and then resummon it on the other
Correct.
side.
Yes, I can.
Yeah,
So
you
let's fly.
technically don't have to do that.
Oh yeah, I wasn't worried about mine. I was suddenly thinking that if y'all had horses, we would
No.
the flying plan would have a flaw.
Nope.
So in the
Horses.
first group of 3, Oleski going by himself. So we'll have Oleski there, myself. I recommend Laura. Who else should go in that first group?
Pepper can get across by herself too.
Okay.
On either side, we wind up leaving towards the beginning or the end the most vulnerable force. So I would prefer to either be first on the other side or last off over here.
Okay, so Pepper and Oleski are gonna get over by themselves. All right.
Yep.
So then I just need to fly 8 people.
I'm ready to go whenever. Just tell me. Send me.
Okay, who are the first 3 that because I have to concentrate on you, so who are the first 3 that are going?
Laura, myself, and Rydell.
Okay, I go touch each of you on the
You guys
shoulders
haven't.
and
You haven't even
have
left
fun.
the town yet. I'm just giving you.
oh,
Guys,
oh. I thought we were at the river.
you
I
guys
like
are
your
all playing
thinking
first.
though.
I was,
That almost really
asking
sped
where
things
you're
up.
gonna Go. I was like,
Yeah.
you can go south or you can go across the river. Decided you said, hey, I can get across the river, but you're not near
Yeah.
any river yet. You haven't even left.
So we head
Still
towards the
sitting-
river.
Still sitting in the comfy chairs talking about it.
Yeah. You're looking at the coffee table with the map and going like, all right, here we go.
We're playing it out.
Okay.
So we're gonna do that.
We will go over the river and through the woods.
We
Yeah.
got out
Yeah.
our little figs and we put them down on the map, and we're figuring out on the map where our figs can go across the
Definitely
river.
going east. That's that plan.
To
You're gonna
grandma's house we go.
Then
Vamonos.
to leave the temple and do some type of whatever in fair while you're here. Gather supplies, talk to people.
Do we want to try to get another super
Uh,
potion? Teleport thingy?
Pick up even more people that you have to fly across the river. I don't know what you want to do. Buy horses.
Anybody want to fly?
Zindred,
I'll
if
fly.
Zindred wants to buy people horses. I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
Not at this point. If we have to leave them at the river, clearly we should wait some
Can't-
other day.
Can't fly a horse.
Come, noble warriors such as yourselves, how can you not afford a horse?
We haven't fought for money before.
One doesn't have to fight for money. To
I
have it.
I spend my money on other things. I have other vices.
Yeah, but many. All right. So okay. So we'll you guys all
Actually,
check it out. Yes.
that brings to mind something. Zindrid, do you happen to know if there are any underground routes that are more direct and more accessible? I have a map of Underdark tunnels, but I don't know if it covers this area or not.
We do have a lot of maps.
If we have some way for me to orient where I am in the surface world to where I would be in the Underdark, perhaps I could judge.
I will pull out my Underdark maps that we purchased in Applewood and
All right, I'll throw out a survival
Greenwood or
roll
whatever.
to see if I can make heads or tails of it.
Okay.
22.
22. You can check a lot of the things. He has a map that would go under the mountain range that you know of, where St. Augustine is. Those tunnels there are networks that go underneath there. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll cut off. It would be safer in terms of it would be no water, but it would probably be a little bit longer, or probably a week or so longer.
Right.
And it is you'd assume completely wild, especially being very good lair locations for many type of wild beasts that favor those type of environments, like cave fishers, hook horrors, umber hulks, dragons of sort, and things that would probably likely.
So it is possible we could bypass the river through the Underdark, but there is no direct or easy route. It would be hard fought and time consuming, likely taking longer than traveling overland.
Yeah, it's gonna be a pass. We hard pass. I don't think we need to deal with hook horrors and all those nice guys.
Well, the surface has its own dangers as well.
The surface makes you soft.
I have fought hook horrors before.
I'm sure.
You're from this northern area.
And you clearly, clang clang, are not soft.
There are problems in the north, with other tribes, orc tribes.
Oh, werewolves.
Werewolves, all the bad stuff.
Isn't there werewolves? Didn't you already tell Sarah early in the adventure that
white dragons? I mean, there are other things on the surface that could just as well be, and the top area that you're going in is just as wild in some regards. You just have a big river that would kind of break up some of that monotony.
Lee, you're muted if you were trying to talk. It looked like you were trying to talk for a second.
No, he's disconnected himself.
That'll be the good thing about the river, if it can break up some of the potential run-ins. That's not a bad thing.
All right, so you guys plan on just leaving in the morning then? There's nothing else you guys want to go over?
Leave at dawn?
And just to make it clear that I'm going to expend a good amount of resources in doing this. So if we have to fight on the other side immediately, I'll be a little bit tired. I'm not gonna have the full arsenal.
We could definitely take a short rest on the other side.
If it looks like on the other side it's safe to do so.
That's why I
not
wanted
force it.
That's why I wanted the scout to go on with the first group, giving her the ability to see if there's a place where we will be able to hole up, or if we're going to be in a fight, we'll know it early.
About how far away is this river? Are we going to be in a situation or a potential situation to camp after we cross it?
What was the question really again? Can you just say that one more time?
How far away is the river? How long is it going to take us to get to it?
To get to the river?
Yeah, if we leave in the morning like we're talking about, are we going to encounter it midday, late day?
Gonna take you about a week. And then about a week from that location to go south to Spazzo.
So we should be able to plan how we approach the river at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, etc.
Whether we have good light or have time to scout from this side a potential crossing point to find the best one to cross at.
If it's windy, you guys, a lot of you guys are newer flyers. You know, HK has some experience. I've made him fly a couple times.
This is not a very popular.
Unless, of course, those horrors that Jell were talking about earlier of the surface world are chasing us across the river, and it might be a little bit more hastened. Sorry.
Yep. No, sorry. I'm just more or less letting you guys know that there's not a lot of trees. The mountain ranges south of you, pretty much, there's not a whole lot of protection from the hard winds as you go across a northern tundra. They're pretty much.
Yeah. That was more of a joke. I think they can fly through the wind. I don't think they're gonna.
Those guys?
Yeah. They could fly across the river in the wind.
You know they tend to bow to most traditional humanoid standards because the reason why you know they're pissed at you is they have a lot of foundations of their old selves and still ingrained in them. They're just not physically now the same because of what the Queen of Air and Darkness has done to them. But there are practical effects that they seem to still fall under. Thus why they did not go through your wall and other things like or underneath the ground or anything like that. They just kind of like they stayed there because they didn't fly over your wall. They let that pass before being jumped. But they're not typical ghosts in that supernatural knowledge too. You know that they have considerable fighter skill.
I hate ghosts.
Well, these ones were worse than possession ghosts that took you.
I hate them even more than.
You're lucky they hate Firebrand more than you will. All right, again. So I guess you assume that you guys all rest. So you'll be back. You can consider full rest if you haven't done so. Whatever, full hit points, full spells, all that. Morning comes. Aurora will wish you off.
I would like to ask Aurora if there is any chance that she could supply me with diamonds in the event that we have a death in the party.
She cannot do that, unfortunately.
Diamonds.
Yeah. She's a really powerful priest, but she's not connected very well. Remember, she is from Flowerdale, which is not a very wealthy town. Town of poverty is what you'd actually remember viewing it as.
Bolster your spirits, Alexei. None will die on our watch. We will stand fast. We will stand strong. Beating back the hordes. Driving forward ever.
I have faith in us, but I do have a fallback spell, but I've never had the components necessary to cast it.
If it is not often I look for loot.
Now he goes, what do you need again? I'm sorry, I overheard something.
I'm able to revive a recently dead individual. I have the gift of the gods to do that, but it consumes a significant fortune of diamonds.
Oh yes. How much? What's the cost?
It would be approximately 300 gold pieces of value in diamond or diamond dust.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, she just takes a ring off her finger, right? Oh, yes.
Nope. She doesn't have any of the rings of that point. She looks pretty common. But if you need it, she says she has it. You're not really sure where. I mean, you can do a perception check to see if she has anything.
And who is this?
Nashimi, Sindred's cousin.
The wizardly one?
The cleric of silk. Yes.
The frail cleric. She'll keep us alive as long as we don't let anybody hit her.
I'll take that perception check. Let's see here. Deception. No, perception. There we go.
Deception.
Woo! Natural 20.
Nice.
That was the only chance I had to do anything because my perception's +0.
Yeah. Her armor, although it's definitely protective but very light, seems to be definitely it is engraved with drow runes. She also have an amulet that does definitely look enchanted as well. And other than the signet ring of House Xenovilia, you don't see anything else that would warrant the cost to your spell.
Those bags of holding look pretty common.
How's that dice roll log
She
look
doesn't
on the
seem to
left?
be holding any of those either.
All right.
Okay. Any other questions? Oh, you have a chat? All right, that question's answered. Anybody else? No? Okay. All right, so you get your rest. You get your rest. Aurora sees you out. You guys can start heading east. So everyone will start tromping through the snow, except for Zindred on her mount. You guys will get about.
Good thing it's a summoned mount because a lizard probably wouldn't fare too well in the snow.
He does have the upside of being a paladin mount.
I need everyone to make survival rolls, please.
Survival.
Ooh. Ooh. Good thing because I don't have anything that's survival. 19.
Oh god.
19.
Ouch. 10.
10.
13 for me.
Wasn't paying attention what's
But
going on.
I do have resistance to cold damage.
Okay.
Just in case.
Too fancy. I should probably should have bought a jacket in town.
I do not. Told you I don't like frigid. I've got the little game log with the dice rolls on the corner of the screen too, so anybody that's using D&D Beyond, it'll show up.
Cool.
Nice. Yep. Good way to play that feature. I'll try to use it then.
15 for me.
15. All right. Some of you feel a little bit awkward to the cold, like Jew. You're getting a little bit of that. But the most problem all of you are facing right now is the ground is not very as solid with a lot of the snow chunks and stuff. Your travel seems to be slow. Under that understanding, you kind of start to realize that this could double your time to try to get to the river. And it is exhausting work when you get through your first afternoon break.
We should have bought snow equipment because I hate the freaking snow.
Yeah. None of you took any northern outfit gear.
I haven't been to the north in a while. I forgot.
No one asked questions either.
We are but half a day out of town. If this will double our distance, perhaps
We
should
can
come
just
back
turn
and
around.
obtain it.
Yeah, we can just turn around. We haven't gone that far.
Who can go really fast to go back and get us some winter equipment?
I'm probably not very fast, but I can also carry. As long as we provide me the monetary means to get it, I could go and return. You all camp here, and I'll meet you here.
Does Onyx, the guard drake, seem more or less hampered by the snow than people on foot?
No.
No? Cool. Then I'll stay here. Sure.
I mean, I got a little bit of coin I can toss in. I don't know how much this stuff is probably going to cost.
I can go with them. I have money. I'm not too bad, and so I'm pretty light. I'm not carrying a lot of gear. I'm not armored or anything.
My coin purse is left with 29 silver.
Well,
I have money, so I guess I'll go with them.
well, Rydell, as soon as you could just choose what 2 people that you can fly back with.
Yep, that would work.
If you prepared it.
HK, I'll toss you 2 gold. I don't have a whole lot, but hopefully gold will go a little bit further than silver and copper.
You actually gave me 50 gold at one point. I will return that to HK as well.
Okay. We are at 63 gold, 29 silver. That should, in theory, be enough to get us enough cold gear to make the travel standard. Unless anybody thinks they should give more as a just in case.
We have money that we can also absolutely, and Zendra will give you 20 gold. It's most of what she's got on her, but you know,
Snowshoes
what we've got.
and
I mean, we're just after snow equipment, right? This isn't solid gold-plated snow equipment.
Right.
Yeah, no.
It's.
I mean,
snowshoes for 10, parkas for 10. You know, the little
some flint
walker stick things for
walker
10.
stick, yeah.
Pecans. Some kind of lining for tents. That type of thing.
Actually,
Alcohol.
Ben, I should be able to describe the absolute necessary materials here, right? I mean, this is starting to get into territory related to my home country, or is my city so much farther north and east that snow travel isn't an issue?
Pretty much, you know. I mean, you do know what they would need, but to be honest, all you really need is the winter gear. You don't really need the climbing stuff because there's no. You're not going up through a mountain. You just know it's the plain stuff. So winter gear would cover furs, snowshoes, and stuff like that to help you get by. That's all you really need.
all right. Well, let's go buy it.
Okay, so who you bringing?
Probably just HK, myself. We can go.
I lost everybody's voice. Is anybody talking?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Or someone message them so they say let them know we can hear.
oh, yeah, that's true.
We just talk.
We're all telling them, yeah, we can
Yeah, we can hear.
yeah,
We can
talking.
hear.
I'm just asking because you said you can bring one more, so you're going back to town.
Well, if we're still flying across the river, I mean,
Hello?
You have
Hello?
time to.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, yeah. Then they
that's
can
still a
bring
week
one other
away.
person.
The river's a
Yeah.
week away. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, in theory, you're gonna get your spells back 6 times over by the week travel.
Okay. Yeah, so,
Get a long rest in between all that.
so me, HK, and
Yeah,
Whoa.
I mean that would probably be.
then
I mean, I'm happy to go. Zendrid will go.
all right,
You want to
Sindrid,
go?
Sindrid, you're in.
Oh.
Sindrid, you're in.
All right.
I'm afraid to be in now. The sound gods were mad about it.
It's all the metallic stuff going off of there right now.
But you're gonna have to leave your buddy here.
That's fine. Onyx will be fine here with everyone else. He doesn't need much.
Jewel will take care of him.
All right. So you three, now we'll fly back. It is brisk because you're flying in very frigid air. Considering you don't have gear, you're back. All right. So
Invigorated.
HK, you are flying back with Zindrid in Firebrand to go back to get supplies at Fair.
Are they literally flying?
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Literally flying.
So you get back. You're back at the town. Where would you like to go?
To the winter gear store. We're going to LL Bean.
Roll me an investigation.
To be fair, I want to make an Iron Man landing.
We're going to the North Face. Which one? I got investigation. Oh shit! I got investigation out the butthole. I got 22. I didn't even need to roll that good.
All right.
Dresden can investigate, boy. Did I have to investigate because we're hunting for a bargain?
I'm just seeing if I can find the right place where you guys can find stuff. You will find. Okay, I guess you go to the white pelt because that will pretty much have. It's a leather place, but they would have the gear that you would need. There's many general stores.
And that's where we're going.
All right. Yeah.
Town without a general store. Take note. Potential business opportunity.
Yeah. All right. There's
Jews Emporium. Just putting it out there. It's got a nice ring to it.
There's a half elf there. He goes, hello? How may I help you?
You're looking
You're
for gear and provisions.
Okay. For three of you.
10.
10.
All same size.
Nobody's my size.
I hope
okay,
so. Grab my player's handbook. All right, he's gonna take. He's just what everybody else. I see 7 other measurements. How close am I to those?
Our Zindred, you'll know the sizes of all your. You'll know about the approximate size of all your.
Indeed,
Drow,
I could probably actually
companions.
get maybe not exact tailor measurements, but something rough because we've all been fitted for armor and things together.
Oh.
Okay.
Jude is about that tall.
All right. So it cost you basically getting all the measurements. Let's see how things go. So Zintra's pretty good because she'll know all her people. Firebrand, you need to give me a let's do a history check to see how close you are with all your other friends, and I'm sure Hephaestus will give you advantage.
I have a lot of history as well.
I was gonna ask Ben would I have advantage
24.
because I've fought tactically and I would need to know their sizes involved with my tactics to be able to give reasonable description of their heights.
Apparently, it helped. He got a 24, so yes, it all worked out. So
Excellent.
it's gonna cost you 24 gold to outfit the 10 of you, because Hephaestus counts as double because he's a big dude.
Oh, they charge extra for big and tall?
Yep.
Those sons of bitches.
They did, indeed.
All right.
Real big and tall people do too, god damn it.
Sometimes triple. Not that I'm tall.
Same exact brand and size of pant at Walmart when I could find it for $19.99. $49.99 at the big and tall shop.
All right.
Sorry, totally off topic.
Those relations. All right, so you pay now. You have all that. Anything else?
Yep. And the 24 is subtracted from the group total.
Okay.
Can we get an extra 10-day of rations?
I don't sell rations.
Oh.
All right, well,
do you have any lucky trinkets? Something small that I could bring home to my family.
Nope.
yeah, keychain. You don't have keychains?
How about a sharpening stone?
Stickers?
Nope.
No sharpening stone.
Shot glass?
No.
Patches?
What's the smallest item you sell here?
A patch? Eye patch? Leather. With fur.
Ooh.
You
I'm
have
gonna
the
buy it.
ability
How
to
much
tell
is
us-
it?
Buy it. A gold. 1 gold.
You got it.
How
I now
about
wear a fur eye patch.
Do you have the ability to tell us where we can buy provisions?
Any one of the
We already bought some, so I'm sure we know where we can go to buy it. We bought some before we left.
the clanking tankers is the most popular place for people to get those stuff. Rations and things.
All right, so
Okay.
The clanking. What was it? Clanking
Tankard.
tankard. That's where we're going.
Okay. Going there.
Metallic flasks, but relatively small.
All right. It's a 2-story building in the about in the center of the city. For a lot of parts going around there. Supported by large wooden beams depicting of totems of each of the tribes of the city. As you go in, it is definitely busy as hell. There are probably 40 patrons inside there. People are bussing about. It's noisy. People are drinking. Let's see here.
Tankers are clanking.
Hold fast to your purses.
Are clanking. All right. So you're in the tavern?
Oh, they got a band?
Yep, there's people playing. There's talking going on. People telling stories.
When's the next time Fifth Element?
There is a
Or Fifth
bartender.
Edition?
It is a orc bartender who's running the bar. Big old dude.
Well met, sir.
Well met. Welcome to the Clanking Tankers in the north. What brings you here?
We are looking for provisions. We have a long march ahead of us.
So you're leaving.
Yes.
Sure.
Looking for a 10-day worth of dry rations.
For 10.
10?
10.
Okay. I've got something in store. Be about 2 gold.
Excellent.
I give him the 2. I'll pay the 2 gold. Say, and an ale while we wait.
All right. You wish Elk Fire, Northern Taste, Glacier's Ale. What'd it be?
North Fire.
Elk Fire?
Go.
Has a cinnamon taste.
Pay that. Sindred?
I'm fine.
Would you like something? I can get it. It's on me. Why don't
Okay.
you get something?
I'm fine. Nothing for me. One question. Where would we find some kind of reminder or keepsake indicative of this town? A
Snow globe.
a memory totem of some kind, preferably something metallic that wouldn't break.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple of token things nearby and behind the bar.
You have clanking tankard bottle openers?
Who doesn't?
Ah, my man. There we go.
On the house. Commercializing.
Thank you. I was looking for something that wouldn't be indicative of drink. It's for a child.
Oh, this was for me. I'm sorry. I piggybacked on you. Got something for myself.
Let's see. Not indicative. You can go to the North Star. It's the jewelry shop. Ogon runs a pretty nice little trinket area with jewelries, stuff like that there.
All right, you said it'd be about 2 hours to get the provisions.
I was
Do we have some time?
Almost
No,
something practical.
Need about 30 minutes to get it all.
Oh, 30.
I know.
Aren't you perhaps rushing the gun and looking for a child's gift at this point?
I don't know how long this campaign will take. My goal is to mark the passage of time in every village to get one item from every village we go to, so that I can mark the times I thought about my child while I was away.
The man has a scrapbook to make. Leave him be.
Very well. And she just turns and leaves you to your devices.
Okay. All right. It's going to take a half hour for him to get stopped. Is there something you want to do?
I'm gonna go to that other shop. I'll catch up with you.
I downed my beer. I'm gonna go with you. I gotta get something from Uncle Firebrand.
What about
Follow along?
You gonna leave the food or pay for the food? I mean, you're just gonna.
Well, he said it's
No.
going to take a half hour to
Okay,
get
come
it
back.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Yeah, we'll come. We'll pay half now, and we'll pay the rest when we return to
All right.
accept delivery.
Sounds good. So you guys will start walking around the town again.
Yep, we'll go to the place that he suggested.
All right. Give me an investigation, please.
Just him? Or can I do?
Whoever's leading the group.
All right. Well, I rolled a 17. I got a +9, so that's 26.
All right. It's gonna take you roughly about 30, 40 minutes just to find the place. But you do find it. It's still tucked in behind a little bit across the way from the clanking tankard. It's kind of nestled in with a bunch of other buildings, and it's a nice little shop. You can see called the North Star.
Well, let's go in.
I would like some type of metallic cup or small plaything that has like the symbol of this town on it.
Perhaps a flat magnetic device that he could stick to.
Oh,
It's
Nice.
like the old mall store things remembered.
magnetic symbol. All right, yes. Hold on. He comes back and he has a magnetic thing. It's gonna cost you 15 gold.
Magnets aren't prevalent in this world, are they?
I didn't really need a magnet. Thank you, though.
Hey,
I'll take it.
You good with it? No one said no. All right, so took you 40 minutes to find the place. You have your magnetic seal.
And I'd like a small necklace, maybe something. It doesn't have to be jeweled necessarily, but just
Necklace?
something small.
Charm.
That-
What do you want?
So a charm, something
Yeah, charm.
that's unique to this area.
You can do a charm. Cost you a silver.
Done.
So you guys
We
go
didn't
back.
actually need a magnetic anything, I don't think.
Well, he sold it to him already.
Okay.
Yep.
It's bought and sold, and you get
Fair
attached.
enough. I was suggesting that he stick them to himself like refrigerator magnets.
Which that's what the purveyor thought as well.
Nice.
So you influenced his decision of choice of options for him. All right. So you have all that. You guys are going to get back, get the rations, and take off from there. Firebrand, you have another fly spell? Yes.
Yep.
All right. Was that his answer? Firebrand, you have another fly spell? Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have brought us all out if I couldn't bring us all back.
I didn't know if you needed a rest or not.
Yeah, that would have been a good hazing joke. Ha ha. New girl, you can walk back.
Well, don't worry, we'll fly at the same speed as you. No, I can fly everybody back.
Okay. So you're heading back. All right. You get back to the party group. Anybody doing anything while they were away? Anyone want to have certain conversations when certain individuals aren't there? So Alesky, yes, or Jew?
You said it the way you worded it. Sounds like you want them to talk about us while we're not there.
Possibly.
But yeah, he made it sound bad.
I'm just trying to stay warm by fire.
Yep.
I hate the cold.
Well, I'm just saying, in a situation to look at this, the group of the Obsidian Raven are not with their leader. So that is why I asked.
I thought
I
you were
would like-
looking for somebody to say what an asshole Firebrand is.
Possibly.
I guess I
Jew-
would like to talk with Nashimi at least just a little bit more to kind of carry on the conversation of the spell components. Not necessarily like where are they, where do you keep them, but letting her know that, in such a situation, I would need to cast the spell within 1 minute of somebody dying. It's an immediate thing to revive them, almost regenerative, if you will, beyond the point of death.
Okay.
So to keep that in mind in case a situation like that comes up, it is an immediate need.
Immediate need? Yeah. I can bring it anytime. Within my initiative action. She confirms it to you. Do you
I've
believe
not
her?
been. Excuse me?
Do you believe her?
I have no reason to doubt her at this point, beyond the fact that she's a drow, and I'm trying not to doubt her because she's a drow.
Sure. And she's of the first house. And she is a former priestess of law. Well,
Right. There's all sorts of
Just for-
stigmata, stereotypical negatives here, which I'm trying to set aside.
cool. Okay. All right. So she reassures you that she can bring it in as you need it.
Right. I've not been granted the miracle to revive somebody from a long time of death, so I wanted to just let you know that it unfortunately is a short window of opportunity to enact that miracle.
She will tell you though, if she's the one that goes down, you will not find it on her person.
Well,
Bring it.
we've been asked to make sure that you don't become injured in any way. I will be part of that effort to prevent any injury to you. So hopefully that scenario will never occur.
Okay. She seems happy with that. Anybody else you want to talk to?
I think Jew is right. We need to just set a campfire and make sure everybody's aware of it, and just pass the flag in, if you will, if there's anybody that wants to spend the time around the fire.
Yeah. Vidal will definitely be near the fire because he seems to be tending it, like he does all the other camp duties. Laura doesn't seem to care. She seems to continue to be outside of the group, watching from afar. And Jerez seems to take responsibility of watchdog, so to speak. She's taking patrols.
I'll just throw this out there. If these guys don't come back with enough rations, we got the lizard to fall back on. So we're all on the same page.
Vidal goes, eating the noble lady's mounds, even though it's odd as it is, pretty much will bring her ire.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Isn't it a summoned mount? So you couldn't eat it anyway?
Pretty much.
You're not here. Shut up. Just making.
You can try, Drew. I love it.
Just making small.
Well, you could, but it's like Chinese food. You feel full for about 10
Unreal.
minutes and then it'd be gone.
Exactly how that works. 10 minutes and you're going to be hungry again. And all you did was piss off the noble drow. All right, so they don't seem to ask much other questions out of you guys anymore either. They just do their things. Nashimi just seems to be reading her book. Laura just glares at you guys. She doesn't seem to care what's going on, but just acts morbid, gloomy. And Jairus doesn't watch you guys at all because she's watching out on the horizon, so she definitely wants that. Pepper will help her, seeing to like pick up some of the other responsible duties. So your two archers do a pretty good perimeter for that. Until, a little late in the day, so a few hours, the three of them come back with a bundle of clothes.
I'm not trying to hide it, but I'm not like being super pushy about it either. But I'm curious what book she's reading.
Okay. Give me a perception check. At advantage.
The giving tree.
Might need that advantage. Let's see here.
Hmm.
Ooh, 18 on the first roll.
Okay.
17 on the second roll. Pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice. So that's total.
Yeah, 18 total.
Do you speak undercommon? I mean
I do.
It is.
Well, let me double check that. Celestial No, I do not. I do not have undercommon.
I think it's underdark. Is that what it's called?
No, it's undercommon and
Is undercommon?
Is it this one?
that is undercommon.
Or is it more
No.
this one?
But I do have
More colorful.
Elvish.
You can tell it is in her language. It is definitely Drow written. That's pretty much all you're getting out of it, unless you do a comprehend language or something. But she also doesn't seem to be really hiding it either. It seems to be definitely. It's not her spell book. It seems to be something to do with. You're assuming something to do with maybe lore, or devotions or something in that regard. It seems religious, is what you gather.
Drow version of Daniel Steele. Got it.
Correct. All right, you guys are back. So the party now can change,
Yes.
pick on the bundles, put on the snowshoes, make a travel out there.
Firebrand.
Don't worry, Jew. I got you extra small.
I smell ale on you. You better have brought some back with you.
I did, but it was a long flight, and I drank it.
Damn it.
Okay. All right, so the first day travel out there is relatively easy. You will now make your full normal rest camp. How do you guys want to set up watch? And when you confirm it, I think you need to post it. I'll ask Firebrand to post the confirmed.
Responsibility.
Those of us that can see at night should take the later shifts.
I cannot see shit.
Paladin Order will automatically have themselves set up into a 5-man watch because all of them only need 4 hours of Elven meditation that covers the whole night. Whether or not you feel you need to add to that is up to you, but we will keep you safe.
I'm going to bed.
I trust that you will keep us safe, but I also only require half the night's total rest. So I will
Welcome
go.
to join.
I will join the first watch. Zindred, who will be on the first watch? Since we can set this up in 2 watches and allow the rest of the party to rest.
Then why don't
I take first watch, you take second.
Fair?
All right, who's in the first one?
We'll put Jarest with you. I'll keep Rilden with me, and we'll have Laura kind of like overlap the center, just out there being creepy in the dark.
Well, you guys are making it easy for me to type this in and send it to.
Okay,
Benito.
so go with first watch again.
HK, Jarest. Anybody else?
Everyone's gonna sleep. Cool.
You got it. I'm
Okay.
going. I'm taking advantage.
HK and Jarest on first watch. Zendrid and Rilden on second watch. With Shadow Smite in a split shift over the darkest part of the night, just out there being her.
Heck's that other person's with you? Rilden?
Rydal.
Right.
Oh,
RYDOL.
I have it RYLDAN.
RYLDAL.
DAL. Rilden. Okay.
Know the name of your own people.
Yeah, autocorrect's loving that one.
Always go to the campaign and see them all there. All the characters there.
Yeah, well, I'm typing it
I'll
into
review my
the
notes and get them right.
into the thing. All right, so Zendred and Rydell on the second watch, and then the third watch.
No, there's only
Watch.
two.
Oh, there's only
But
two. Okay.
there's only two, but Laura
In
is
between.
kind of splitting.
Yeah, 2 hours in, she gets up to do a watch, and then she'll rest again for the last 2 party hours.
All right. Laura out and about.
She's happiest when it's super dark.
Creepy.
And at this point, I'm pretty confident that I'm in a set schedule, from our traveling. So I would be up for my normal watch as well, just from naturally being used to that schedule.
Very good of you.
So
Sleeping
that's
the
the dark
entire night.
watch.
Well, this is going to be, you need an 8-hour rest, right?
I do, but I usually get the beginning of the night's rest and then the end of the night's rest kind of thing. I'm usually up in the middle.
Right, but the Obsidian Ravens, because they only need 4 hours, are broken up so you have an 8-hour rest without having anyone else need to be up to do another watch.
But I'm just saying my character's on a schedule now. We've been adventuring and run the same watch so often that I don't think my character would go the whole night sleeping. He would
You
be
just wake
used
up.
to getting up and doing his time. So
Okay. When you do, though, you'll pretty much be encouraged to go back down to sleep because you're going to need it, or resting, so to speak. Just so you get the full, you're going to need the full, you're going to need it because of the full, you get the full benefits of the actual mechanics. Just so you know.
I think the idea, correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, is that we're going like a standard camp includes the 8-hour rest with enough extra time plus and minus to allow for watches to not impact 8 hours rest. But now that we have these groups, we're going to tighten that time window so it's literally make camp 8 hours, break camp, and go.
Yes.
Okay.
The latter is what I'm assuming. That's what Zindred's offering right now. If you want to have extra time, then yeah, you can make extra watches.
I
Just told me with Zindred, she can definitely make it out of 2 groups done.
That was the intent, was to streamline the process. But
yeah, that buys us approximately an hour to 2 hours every single day
Gonna sleep the entire time.
of extra time on the road.
I believe almost 4.
Let them do it, chat.
4 hours.
Yeah. Pretty
Two,
cool.
2 hours a week. 2 hours a week.
Yeah, 2 to 3 hours at the minimum.
Yeah.
As much as 4, depending on situations. I'm gonna make sure Jew is well tucked in. I'm gonna pull the cover up to his neck.
Oh. Very nice.
But at the same time, if we're traveling in harsh conditions because we're trotting through snow, the extra time might also still be essential just to make sure everybody has time to not get exhausted.
Yes.
Should
All right. So, Hephaestus, you have Jerez with you. Lee, you hear me?
Yes.
All right. You want to do anything with special with her, with you two doing the watch?
I would definitely talk to her about her archery skills and try to. This is not a great environment to do sparring, and certainly not while people are sleeping. But I would certainly try to get a handle on her area of expertise, her likes in combat. Like, how would she prefer me to indicate a given target? Identify that target so that she could take aim and strike true.
She doesn't. She basically will tell you, I don't want to be insulting, but I'm going to take much of my direction from Zindred.
You're not insulting. She's your commander. She's your leader. She's your noble. I absolutely understand that, and by no means would I ever wish to supersede her, and I would never be giving you orders in that manner. I am amongst our number of considered to be the tactical lead, not the leader, but at least as far as tactics, that responsibility falls to me. I'm not seeking to control what you do. I'm seeking to understand what you do so I can change my tactics so I'm in keeping with what you do.
Well, I basically take out the biggest threats that will attack you from range. I don't try to aim at melee. because Zindrid and Vidal or others that were with us before would deal with that problem. So that would be my first go, especially mages. We tend to feel them very threatened, or other priests or priestesses. I typically will go for them.
And
these are different items.
if I can identify one, how would you like me to do that? Assuming that my voice can't be heard, what sign or symbol could I give you to indicate the location of a spellcaster?
I guess open hand and then point. I should be able to follow from there.
Excellent. I will not only do that, but I will also pass the word to the rest of our number. That way, that will be the symbol that you can cue on. We can easily adapt and learn to the methods. You're a trained unit. We are a fighting unit that has fought together,
Mm-hmm.
but you're a trained unit. It would be easier for us to adapt than for your training to be adapted. So allow us to make the changes necessary so that we as a combined unit can fight well together.
Okay. Laura will probably do much the same. She will take out mages. But she can get quirky. She will choose the female ones over the males.
Okay.
Old history.
I will use the same symbol, the same signal to identify for her as well.
She will only listen to Zindrid. She does not listen very well to tactics. Zindrid knows her. You have to talk to her to understand. Laura is not well liked amongst the group for many reasons. But it's her results that get her remaining on the team.
Well, with luck,
We lost you. Say something again, Lee. Can you hear me?
no, I didn't. I
Okay.
didn't hear what you said. I'm
You
sorry.
drifted off for your last sentence. You drifted off.
I'm sorry. I said with luck, her not being well liked is something that will change.
Good luck with that. She has been with us for a number of years since being promoted to the order, and like I said, she's not well liked. She is more cruel still in the old ways, and she likes it that way. You would say her obsession and passion are very strong in that regard.
With luck, we'll give it a try. With that, it's more just other than that conversation, it's more just keeping watch, doing the things we need to do, keeping an eye.
All right. So your watch will be up with her. Sandra, take over. Yep, good with him. You have
So yeah, Zindrid and Rydal will take over.
Okay. Anything you wish to do, the two of you?
Zindrid would probably stay center with her longbow out, and Rydal would walk more the perimeter so that he would be the first to encounter while she supported from range and roused everyone. And that's kind of how they'd approach it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's used to being shot first in the old aspect of that.
He knows his role.
He does. Any other thing you like to do while you're just doing your watch?
Nope. As it's just he and I up, and we've been longtime companions by this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly just trying to fulfill. I basically made an oath to keep them safe overnight. You know, stay alert, stay ready, and make sure it happens.
Okay. All right. So the Obsidian Raven performs its watch duties. All of you are well rested as you get up. Recover your spells to the played and those that needed to quickly gather information for spell books. You're able to prepare those. Anything you wish to do when you first after you break camp?
I don't. Did I tell you Zindred and your companions about the Knights of the Nine after we encountered them the last time?
Yes,
In
and
more
that they can't-
detail.
And that
Okay.
they can't actually be killed, and well, they can kind of be killed, but like liches and other things,
Yeah.
she can bring them back.
And of note, Sir Hollowheart is especially dangerous for myself and other spellcasters.
I personally think that makes an ideal enemy.
Yeah, you can just
You get
keep
the-
killing them over and over.
You get the
again.
joy of
Yeah.
killing him again and again.
Jerez
Careful
will
what you
ask,
wish for.
can you different? Can you tell us who this one is out of the other ones?
Hollowheart?
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever like gave that much detail into what they look like. I mean,
Right, how can we identify?
I saw them more than once, so I'm sure I could describe what
Yeah, I think some are
Hollowheart looks like. But I don't know if you ever gave that much
very all
detail.
ghostly. They do all look very similar. Except I believe weapons are the only thing that differentiate them.
Yeah. Does
So
Hollowheart
me-
have a mace? One of them has a mace,
Yeah.
right?
Give me a history check. See how well you recall.
Yeah. 20.
Oh,
The +9 in history helps a lot.
yeah, you are the investigating wizard. You're definitely very Dresden. So I can find all this stuff. My notebook of books. All right, so here we go. Sir Goswell uses a battle axe. Sir Archisis uses a flail. Sir Thornwell uses a glaive.
Wait, which one was that one?
Thornwell,
Oh, Thorn.
What was the one before that?
Arcasis.
Arkassis. Sir Regal uses a great axe. Sir Dorminthe, Dorminthe. He uses a longsword. Sir Heldon uses a maul.
You spell that one for us?
Helldin. Sir Hollowheart uses a morning star. Sir Morgen, Morgen, uses a war pick. And Sir Vinzor, Vinzor, uses a warhammer. You do know in their ghostly apparitions, they are an enchanted plate mail. You do know
What was the last guy's weapon? Vinzer?
warhammer.
Warhammer.
And I apologize, but I missed Arcasis's weapon.
Flail.
And Thornwell.
Thornwell is glaive.
And Augustus.
Arcasis.
Arcasis is a
Oh, it wasn't
flail.
Okay, it was okay. I don't know why I was thinking Augustus. It's on my brain. And who was the first one?
Goswell. He has a battle axe.
A little bit of everything.
Firebrand, you know through history and tales of lore that they will be getting very similar to fighters, very powerful fighters. Pretty much Lee's favorite fighter type is what they all are.
Oh, they're all battle masters.
Oh yeah, baby.
Say that sounded sarcastic.
That will be Streams of Spero's tribute to Tabletop Journeys. If you've not been listening to that, and these rants and Glenn's battle about
them. I guess we're gonna see, Glenn.
There's nothing to see, Lee. It was already decided, discussed, and finished.
Yeah, right.
The fighter episode was kind of a fight.
Yeah, we threw down on that one.
So here we go. All right, so that's that. Okay, anything else? So you're aiming for the guy with the morning star, apparently.
Gotta start somewhere.
You care that much for Firebrand, more or less. Comes down to that.
So that's the one that really, really doesn't like us. Firebrand.
He's more effective against spellcasters than the others, so he hinders me more than the others.
And it makes tactical sense to make sure we take him first.
Well, he hinders me and any other spellcasters. So if Alexi's casting spells, it's also going to affect him.
Well, then we will hinder him permanently.
Yeah. Well, temporarily.
Temporarily. Temper permanently.
Yeah. Temper-pedic.
All right, so you guys will hit the road again. You'll get another day through. There's nothing that you really encounter. It's just another long trip. So I'll get you again to another camp, which again will be quiet, very well efficiently officiated by the Obsidian Raven. For those of you guys, since for the company of the Flame, White Flame, this is kind of nice. You've never really had this type of luxury where you kind of do the travel, camp out, chill, get what you need done, and this military unit is super effective and really streamlining your time. You actually feel like you're making good progress to get to your destination in this 2 days. They're good. They're very professional. There's nothing that seems to be off-centered about them. You just get your night's rest. You guys are up on the travel. They follow complete duties of point camp duties or taking care of any traveling things you need, or passing out rations. Like Red Owl will pass out rations if you need them, whatever, like carry the load or extra. All these things are easily part of what the Obsidian Raven are doing for you guys.
Full disclosure, I'm getting spoiled.
While we're at camp, I'm gonna ask Pepper. You said earlier that you had the ability to cross on your own. How, may I ask, would you be doing that?
My power seems to be increasing. I can, weirdly enough, I just kind of discovered this. I can kind of go ghost-like.
Okay. Now, is that something that only you can do for yourself, or is that an ability you can confer to others?
Well, I said I can only take care of myself. I can only do it for me.
That'll be good to know. So if we're ever in a situation where we need word of what happens to us to move, it'll be you I count on to make that happen.
Yeah.
I'm feeling a little left out with these power things.
You're just a barbarian, man.
You can hit things.
Your deal is you take a ton of shit of damage and still keep going.
Oh, great. I feel like the main character out of Mortal Kombat.
No spoilers.
Well, all right.
It was spoiled before you watched it, let me tell you.
It was good.
I popped when Scorpion showed up. I love Scorpion. That was my guy in the games.
Okay.
Although it was Nintendo 64, I think last time I played one.
Oh, jeez. That's been a minute.
Mine was a stand-up at American Billiards on Groton Route 12, and it was Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage.
Oh, you like the pretty boy?
Can I
I'd
get
say-
everyone to roll initiative for me, please?
Everybody?
Yes, please.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy. At advantage.
You want us to type it in the chat or say it?
If you do it in D&D Beyond, it will. I think it'll pop up.
Well, I have to leave the.
No,
I have to leave my camera to do that.
no, never mind. No, it's okay. Check the game log. I got something.
22 with a nat 20.
Oh shit!
Say
I just put
22.
it.
It was a nat 20, 22 total.
Nice.
So, for advantage, do you have to physically have to roll twice? It doesn't do it for you.
It does. You have to hold the button down,
Yeah.
and it'll give you the option of advantage or disadvantage.
I'm just gonna roll twice.
The
Did
more
mine-
you know.
So
I rolled, and when I answered the question, something happened. Did my roll come up?
no,
On the game
it
log?
shows blank.
Then did my roll come up in the log?
No.
Okay, I flipped it beforehand. Hang on a second. $13.
Jake, what did you say yours was?
16. I put it in the chat.
Cool. Sorry, I'm on something a little different.
Disregard that 8d8 I just rolled. That was by accident.
Phantom D8, the Rogue D8.
The problem is fat fingers.
That's what happens when you're a Warforged.
Yeah. Little buttons. Actually, let me try it this way.
Little buttons.
There's a quick whistle that erupts from your guys' right as you guys are walking. As you kind of quickly look, before you can really react, a large boulder crashes in and clips Oleski hard in the shoulder. Matt, you take 22 points of damage.
Oh,
Boulder slams into you.
For the record, that was a clip.
right?
Well, he wasn't squished to death, so yeah.
Jesus.
A classic encounter if there ever was one.
The second throw, you try to get out of the way, Firebrand, but you're
Oh,
unfortunate too.
fuck.
You get plowed hard in the leg. You take 36 points of damage from another boulder.
The fuck?
And at the
36
distance-
points?
Yeah, in the distance you see a couple
Over
of
half.
couple of frost giants heaving boulders to you guys.
They're heaving,
Well, that
heaving
was
them.
far
over
away?
half of my damage.
They're about 100 feet.
Oh,
I was over half of my hit points, so everybody's aware that I'm not doing so. That's hot.
All right, now we are in initiative, so we will start with Zindred. All right, let me see if I get this right. Boom.
So how far out are they?
They're about 80. They're off the little map there. Push you guys back a little bit. So Pepper and them were kind of traversing off. The rest of you guys are pretty much, you guys are in the middle. So we got Hephaestus. I got new models for our Dark Elf friends. So Zindred's right here in the middle. Jew. This group just kind of got hit a little bit with a boulder.
So where's
So
the
that's Firebrand, Oleski, Nashimi, and Laura and Rydell are in the back.
Can you
This is where they are somewhat wrong.
put a cinder block up there for where they just got hit with the boulder?
Can we can see them back there though, right?
Yeah, little rocky thing just hit there. Actually, I think I have boulders somewhere. Maybe. Oh yeah, totally. There was a rock.
They're skipping.
No.
They were just skipping stones. It was an
They
accident.
were skipping stones. Yeah, it's totally right.
All right, who's got initiative? Who's going first?
Zindred's up first.
I'm up first. So as Zindra draws Kismet with a ring from his sheath, you know, she's going to leave Kismet sheaths because the range is too great. Nah, she'll pull it out. She calls out to her team for Jares to stay with Nashimi, basically glued to her because she can shoot ranged while Nashimi moves to heal. And for Rydal and for Rydal to stay with me, for Laura to work the flanks, and we're going to start to advance. So she'll move forward 30 and cast Guiding Bolt.
All right. Fire.
Uh, 18
18. That hits.
for 14 radiant damage.
Which one she hit, Ben? Or at least point them out? Okay. Big blue. Gotcha.
So you did guiding bolt, right?
Yes, sir.
What do I have here? I will put a little crossy thing on him because now he's considered advantage, right? The first thing that melee or anyone shooting him. All right. Pepper's next. Pepper will do. She will move to the flank of the tree. Take a shot. That is going to hit. And so she hits once. And missed the second time. So she will hit the same one for a little bit more damage. He's taking it. Doesn't seem too big of a deal with that. Rydal is going to move up. He will rage. There's not much else he's doing. And that frost giant will pick up another boulder. I will call you odd and Rydal even. He will choose you, Zindred, and fires a rock at you. Ooh, that was almost a natural 20, but it's a 23.
Yeah, that's probably gonna get me.
Zindred, you take 31 points of damage.
Kind of brush it off with my shield.
Okay. Firebrand, you are next.
I am going to cast Wall of Fire and circle the one on the orange looking one, the one on the right when I'm looking in the camera. I want to make it a ring around him.
All right. He's now Ring of Fire.
And since he's
burning ring of fire.
Already cash him, man.
If I was in Texas, I would high five you so hard right now, Rico. Got you, brother. Down. flames went higher.
When the wall appears, each creature within its area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 5d8 fire damage, or half as much damage on a successful save.
All failed.
All right, so D8. Where are ya? What is it? 5d8,
Bum, 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 bum.
10. So 16 fire damage.
16. Nice.
Yep.
All
Poor rolling.
right. Okay. They pretty much are screaming in fire because they definitely don't like that at all. Anything else you want to do? Do you want to move or anything?
Nope. I don't really care to get closer to them because I don't have to.
You are next. What would you like to do?
Me?
Yes.
All right. So I'm over there on the left. We got is this Brennan and Dale that we're going after? I had to get a movie reference in there. I'm gonna go after the one on the left. I'm gonna start charging. Berserk,
You go
rage.
far?
Yeah.
How far was your movement?
Uh,
If you're faster than anything else.
where's my movement?
Can you do a move?
Well, I want to throw a javelin at one of them.
Okay. I think you're 45.
Right? Oh, walking speed's 40.
40, yeah, okay. So you're about right there.
And then
That one.
all right. And I'm gonna toss a javelin.
Okay.
18.
Hit.
Ah. 8.
8 damage.
Ah.
It sticks into his arm. He's annoyed.
Good. I can't really do any extra attacks because I don't want to throw my sword. So.
Okay.
On the speed front, apologies, but Zendrid would have gone 40 feet, and Rildel, if he started within 5 feet of her, also would have gone 40 feet.
All right, so they're definitely a little bit more closer. Cool. Yeah, I'm assuming you go 30 feet unless you please tell me otherwise.
Apologies.
It's okay. I don't mind helping out.
Don't let it happen again.
I am pretty forgiving. All right, so we got longbow, Jerestria, no problem with this. Unless she rolls a natural 1. She misses.
God damn, it's
So
a
she
plus
fires
13? Holy shit.
Yeah, I know. Oh, he's that. She's really good. All right, Hephaestus, you're next.
I am going to do my full move, which is going to be 30.
Okay.
And I'm going to move diagonal across the field, not straight up, towards the tree. Basically move 30 feet. No, the one to the right, yeah. And I'm going to fire my crossbow because that will not be at disadvantage at this range.
Okay.
That's going to be a natural 20 for a 25.
Hit.
That's going to be 2d8 for 10 total. And then I want to add my maneuver,
Freaking Hawkeye over here.
which is going to be hang on 1 second. Maneuvering attack. It's going to add 1 die to the damage. And it's going to allow one creature I can see to make an additional move towards the enemy. So, because they already moved ahead of me, I'm going to give it to Zendrid. Zendrid, make the move that's going to put you in the best position, and you basically get to move your irregular move action again. And I lose one of my
I can get you into melee.
Given the fact that I'm now taking a move action again in the process, may I take a bonus action?
No, you just get to move.
Okay, that's fine. I'll move into melee.
Okay.
To its left, not putting myself in range of the other one if it happens to escape its fire.
Gotcha. Here they are.
All right. And now for my second attack.
Did you roll that extra damage you just mentioned?
I did not yet. Let me do that first. D8. That's going to be a total of 3 because I had a +1 to that.
Okay.
And then I get my second attack. Which is going to be drop the javelin, drop the crossbow, throw the javelin. And give me a second. Let me get that. That is technically a disadvantage because I'm outside of 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Oh,
24 with the javelin.
Damn.
Nice.
that's how you throw a javelin. No,
I'm going to expend another superiority die. Oh, actually, I don't have a second bonus. Sorry. So that's just that. And with my third attack, I'm going to throw another javelin.
Damage for that second javelin.
Okay, hang on. I did the second roll. The second roll's probably not going to hit. It's only an 8.
Yeah, so that misses.
All right, let me do the damage for the second one. Hang on 1 second. And that's going to be a 7.
Okay. All right. He's taking some pretty hits. He's being peppered pretty well. A little bit of bloody there at this point. And still standing. And Mr. Fireflush, right? All right. Firebrand, what happens if you go through the fire?
get burned.
If that character starts his turn in there, he takes 5d8 fire damage.
Okay.
Or wait, let's say the wall. Yeah. Yeah, inside of it. So you want me to roll that?
Yep. He's gonna take the damage and get out and tack right out.
8
This
plus
brush
11
shines
is
on fire.
19. Ooh, 27.
Ooh.
Rolling was better that time.
Totally had to suck that one up. All right, then he's gonna take a swing at Radal. Be pretty rough for him. 19. Quick flash in here. 18. So he is hit. He takes 26 damage on the first hit. So that will be 26 divided by 2 is 18?
13, maybe?
13?
13.
13. All right. And then his second attack. He misses. So Radella is good. All right. Laura's going to flank. So she takes off out of here somewhere. Looking for.
What are they doing?
Aleski, what are you doing?
So the one that stepped out of the fire and moved closer, how far away is he now?
On a band
To you, it's about 50 feet.
Okay, so I'm going to move up my 30 feet straight ahead behind our melee combatant here.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to use a bonus action first. I'm going to telepathically instruct Jean to come forward and shoot the orange giant here.
Okay.
So he should be able, with his 40-foot fly, he should be able to get into a 40-foot range.
Yep.
So he's going to attack with his bow. He's +6. Let's see here. So he would hit a 14. Oh wait, sorry, no, that's my initiative roll. Yeah, no, he would still hit a 14. That's 8 as well.
Misses.
Misses. Okay, and then I will Eldritch Blast that one as well.
Okay.
For my regular action. Both bolts.
All right, that save. Oh, you hit. Oh, that hits.
Yeah, 15 and 12. So the
Second
second
one.
one missed.
Yeah.
So 8 force damage.
And he grimaces a bit, but still doing well. Anything else?
Nope, that's all my actions. Oh, I would have told Ashimi to keep low and don't present a target
Okay.
before I moved ahead.
All right. Firebrand, what's your armor class?
Not good.
30. No, it's 14.
From the back, you just get hit by another stone.
Well, I'm dead.
What the?
Where do they keep finding all these rocks?
31.
Jesus Christ. All right. I'm
He just got stoned like a biblical whore.
just so everybody knows I'm grasping to life by the barest the thread.
Okay. All right. Now does Nishimi's go. So there you so that was not from the two giants there.
Might be giants.
Oh, there's another one.
Another one.
I'll have to way too loud at that.
Nashimi will call the blessings of silk, and with that guidance, you will recover 22 hit points.
Hopefully they still don't throw another stone at me.
Okay.
And don't be there when it lands.
Right? Dodge.
Jeez.
Dodge a wrench, you can dodge a stone.
Another stone comes flying from the right side and lands right in front of HK.
Oh, done. Wait,
Frost giant
no,
fire team we
dim
just ran
dark.
into? Alright. We're gonna have to get
They're firing for effect, Rico.
right.
And coming out of the woods, he takes 2 moves and closes ground with Jew.
Out of the
another
woodwork.
has come out.
Another one.
We are at the top
You
of
gotta
the
keep
round.
it.
Zindrid.
God.
They sure breed them big around here.
I was hesitant to sprint ahead, but I'd been given the ability. It was the dangled carrot. Now the line is broken.
I'll be there.
Well, I've got a foe in front of me.
Good.
So all I've got is the glory of battle right here. I'm gonna go with a bonus action to cast Searing Smite.
Okay.
And then attack him with Kismet.
Yeah, show me some paladin love here.
18 to hit.
That hits.
Now it's not set up to do it. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think a lot of the
It
extra
is.
from it's not fully.
So that's 11, and then the Searing Smite part of it.
Okay, I'm gonna calculate that right now, and then just tell me the other stuff later.
Searing Smite's going to be an additional D6 now. And fire. For 3 more.
More. Okay.
And at the beginning of his next turn, he's still on fire.
All right, so he's on fire. Okay, we'll find him. Okay. Do you want to do any extra smite on him or no?
Yeah, I suppose this looks like it might be dire enough to pull out all the stops.
Fair enough.
So I will go ahead and throw down a divine smite and burn. Heck, we'll go great guns. I'm not using any of them yet. I will burn a second level spot,
Okay.
which does. Finding it in D&D Beyond is sometimes the slow part.
Yes, it is indeed.
It's
Second level, I
inspiring.
think is going to be 3d8.
He's 9. 10.
It's what?
Oh, second level smite is what you're doing?
A second level smite, yeah.
Uh,
2 for, I think it's 2 for normal, and then +1 per level. Is that what it is?
see if I can help you find it.
I've already forgotten.
Should be features.
Yeah, I'm in features and traits, looking at all of my bazillions of auras, channel divinity, inspiring smite, divine smite, woo! All right, so it's 2d8 plus
2 levels.
an additional
Oh.
d8 for each level above first, so it'll be 3d8 of radiant damage,
There you go.
I was right.
Came back to you.
which I'll do in D&D Beyond. 3. So that's an additional 19 radiant damage,
Ooh.
and I'll channel divinity to make that an inspiring smite and give myself all of the temporary hit points because I got the crap smacked out of me a minute ago.
Okay.
Man, I already missed playing a paladin. It's so fun.
Misplaying a bard, misplaying a paladin. So many
Yeah.
alter egos.
Well,
All right,
smiting is
he's
smiting's so fun.
messed up pretty bad right now, from what you can see, Zinder. All right, that will leave Pepper to try to do something here. See what you can do. That will hit. Did you roll that? No. So she hit 8 plus 36. So 11 more to a new giant. All right, so he's now, this guy here just gets hit pretty good with 1 hit. She will take a second shot. That will hit as well. So 7 plus. Another 6, so 13 more. So he gets a couple arrows in him. He's not too bad off going from there. And that is his turn. So we will go to Rydell. He's got a dude right in front of him. Raging, he's gonna go reckless, I think. Using his longsword.
Oh,
20.
oh, nat.
Damn.
Ow.
That's how you do. That's how you do it.
That's how you
Put it to it.
That's 24 plus I add 2 more 10s. So 24 plus 2. That was weak. That's 26 to this other guy. He is hurting there. How many attacks does Rydell have? Only 1, so he is still good to go. We go now to that frost giant on you. Zindrid attacks twice. gonna be a 23 hits.
Yep.
41 damage. Be rough.
He's
I'm glad you took those extra hit points.
Yep.
Oof, and he hits again. Going well. 29 more hit points. You still up?
I am still up.
Cool. All right, that's him. Firebrand, you're next.
How far is the newer guy from the other two?
This guy?
Yeah.
Don't forget you have guys that are somewhere back here too.
Okay.
yeah, you know that other rock that hit you.
Yeah, there was two
Yeah,
rocks
but I
that-
thought the rock that hit me was from that new guy because he came in after.
the projectile distance you can tell came from behind you.
We've got-
They set up
There's like
a pincer.
4 to 5
All
of
right,
these
can
guys
I-
right now.
Can I see anybody else behind us?
Yeah, you will definitely see another one. I'll put him kind of in the screen, but he's behind you.
That's the DJ Khaled of the Giants.
And there's another one a little bit over here. Checking Rock's age kit.
Oh, F.
So there's two over there. Okay.
All right. I'll
Oh.
make sure he's not throwing one of these guys isn't throwing stones anymore.
What's the distance between those two new ones?
They're pretty much 60 feet away from you. I'm just putting them on screen so they're closer to you. I mean, you can see them.
Okay.
Ben, am I within a 30-foot move of that one that's just on the
No.
edge of the screen? Okay.
No, he's there for visual effects, so you guys can be reminded.
Okay.
Check. You can
Alright.
see them in the distance. They're just there for camera sake for you guys to be reminded that they're in
Alright.
play. But
Okay.
they're a bit distance away.
Okay. So how far is that one that is fighting Jew from the other two?
This is about 20 feet, and that from back there would be about 30 feet to that back one. Like these
Okay,
two
so
are
he's
closer together, at 20 feet, and then this one is
Okay.
about 30 feet behind them. And the one back here is looking pretty bad.
okay. What's the distance between those two?
Nothing. They're all giants. They're just
No.
This guy's just more wounded. This guy has taken some hits.
No, what's the distance between those two giants?
These two.
Yeah.
But these are about 25 behind this guy. It's about 30 from this guy.
Okay, so they're pretty far apart back there.
Yeah.
All right. Just on the screen, they look like they're pretty close to each other.
I got it.
Okay.
That's the fun effects of giants. They look closer.
Objects in mirror are closer than they appear.
At least the giants are.
All right. So what do we have for? What's the distance in between the two guys that are farther from us? 60 feet apart.
Yes.
Talking about the two behind, or the one behind and to the right.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out how far everything is apart from each other for spell purposes.
Centering fireballs.
Well, everybody's pretty spread out, so fireball doesn't take as many people as I would like. But I'm gonna put a fireball. What do we have for? So it's hard to tell on the screen. So we have who's for friendlies around those two guys that are 20 feet apart.
Just Jew and Rindell and the little fairy.
Okay,
Oh.
so I'm gonna.
And Zindred, right?
Well, Zinder's one in the back, if that's who you're trying to get as well.
Yeah, well, he said he was 25. That back giant is 25 feet from the giant in front of it, so Zindred's 25 feet behind that giant, or roundabouts 25 feet. If they're in hand to hand.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put a center of fireball in between those two giants that are 20 feet apart, which
Yeah.
would hit both of them, and I can spell sculpt it so none of the friendlies get hit.
They need to make dex.
So I don't.
Yeah, it'd be a dex
Yep,
save.
dex.
Dex save versus his
Should
Yep. 16.
fail. Both fail.
Okay, so
and the third one.
it only hits 2 of them.
Oh, okay.
Why would it only hit 2 of them?
Because it's only
Because
20,
it's 20 feet across.
so he's a little bit. He's 30 feet. He's a little far. He's 10 feet behind him.
Right, but if
No
he's
problem.
casting it in the middle, that's a 40-foot.
No, it's a 20-foot radius.
Right, so
It's weird.
40-foot diameter. So you should be able to hit all 3.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay, yeah.
Let's check it.
D&D math.
20 foot?
Radius, 1/2 diameter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will go.
So it was 24 damage.
They all fail. 24 damage.
Yep.
All right, he takes that. He is on last leg. That guy's in the world of hurt. And that guy starts to go down. All right, so that it for you,
Yep.
Jew? What are you doing?
Attack the big guy right next to me.
Yeah.
Or actually, all right, forget it. I didn't say it in time.
Oh,
I was gonna do something else.
go ahead.
I'm gonna use my
Move action.
greater, or yeah, I'm gonna move up. I don't remember who's who. The turquoise one, the bluish one, up ahead.
Lusky?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, Aleski. Sorry, I couldn't remember who was who
Yeah, sure.
on the screen.
All right. So
Are you hiding behind him? All right, I am doing all the rage and stuff, and I'm gonna chop this guy's kneecaps out.
Rage and reckless?
Rage and reckless.
All right.
So that gives me
You have advantage on your swings?
advantage. So. What am I doing here? Hit. No? How do I? Oh, here we go. Roll at advantage. 26.
Totally hit.
14. Do I get rage? Is the rage automatically included in this, or I got to add that? Is it
I'm not sure. If it doesn't see on the stat, probably not. So probably
probably
plus
not?
2.
So
16.
14 plus 3, so 17
Plus 2.
damage.
All right. Cool. So he takes that. That hurts. You have another attack?
I do.
Do it
Going
again.
after the next kneecap. Oh, so close. 22.
Hit again.
Another 17.
All right. He's hurting. Anything else?
I guess that's 2 attacks. Can I move after that?
Yeah.
Like,
well, you give an attack of opportunity if you do.
what's that mean?
You're gonna leave this thing.
They'll get to try to hit you
Oh,
as you're leaving.
oh no.
Yeah.
I'll just stand. I'll stand there and chop his knees. That's it, right? Just 2. Do I get? Is that 2 attacks or 3? 2.
2.
I'm good. I give him the finger
Well, I give 1 when you can give 2.
because I'm holding a sword.
All right.
You can't figure out how to hold a sword and give a finger.
She will move forward. Then she will cast a spell and put these 2 in a cube. They'll need to make dex saves. Fail. And ooh, that might be close. Just made it. So yeah.
It's the average hit point of a
All right. So this guy. I'm trying to mark this guy here. So this guy on Jew. Anyone attacking him will have advantage normally. Will now have automatically because he's fairy fired. All right. And This frost giant will start making a run in, as well as this one. After he throws a stone at HK.
These guys must not live
HK,
in glass houses.
HK, you take 24 damage. See, now these guys are now moving in.
How close did they get?
They are now within 15 feet of the other of Jerez and HK.
That one frost giant's camouflage.
Yeah.
Lee, you're muted too if you're saying something.
All right, so Jerez's turn. I think I might want to. These guys might be still back. I'm sorry. I think I went out of order a little bit. So Jerez's turn. She's going to shoot the people in the back. To do damage, I have to kind of scroll up and down to make sure I'm doing things. Jerez will do. Right. So she needs an attack. That will hit. Not much damage. That's 9. Plus 2d6. Four, so 13 damage to this guy. He's the new one. Then he must make a charisma save. Fails. So she hits him. He's going to vanish for what you can say. Just gone.
What the fuck?
Ow.
Hephaestus, you are next.
All right. Hang on 1 second. I am going to, as my bonus action, put my hunter's mark on the one in front of Rydal.
Okay.
I am going to take my move to move on him.
Okay.
And attack.
All right.
And that is going to be with my silvered spear.
Yep.
And attack once with Catharos, the silvered spear. And that die is rolling. Sorry for the slowness. I meant to use the phone for that, and I hit a different one instead. I think it's going to end up being a 14.
14 total?
Yeah. That's
missed.
All right. Second attack. Same thing. That's going to be a 20 to hit.
Hits.
And with my hunter's mark, that's going to be let's see, 9 damage on the weapon, and then the hunter's mark is an additional 6.
Another 6. Okay.
So that's going to be 13 total on attack number 2. And attack number 3.
Do you wish to use any maneuvers on attack 2?
I am now going to give. I'm actually going to use a maneuver on this attack, which is a
Okay.
22.
Yep.
And the maneuver is going to be giving movement to the paladin who was behind me, so she can move her extra movement at this moment.
Her?
Well, nope, the one in the purple cloak with the staff.
The Nashimi?
Yeah,
She's
she
got
can.
power.
She can. Oh, I'm sorry. She can move her full movement wherever she needs to go
Okay.
at this. Yeah. And I get an extra D8 damage on my attack.
Okay.
Hit him.
So let's see. So first, the regular damage with the spears, D6. That's going to be 7. We're going to get a D8 and a D6. Plus an additional 7, so 14 total.
14 total?
Yep.
Okay. He's looking awful. All right.
You'll do well to focus your attention on me.
Well, he's bleeding pretty badly.
If it
all
bleeds,
right.
it dies.
Yeah. So nearly. What do we got here next? This is. All right. So this frost giant will attack you. I'll split the attack. One on you, one on Rydell. You will hit Rydell. For a whopping 20.
I've been happy to take 20.
Yeah, would have been nice, wouldn't it?
Right. True. Just don't get hit by a rock. Apparently the rocks hurt harder. Hit harder.
Yeah. Now he attacks
Facts.
Hephaestus. Oh, he's gonna nail Hephaestus.
Now, dude, I took 40 something from a melee attack.
You did. Like I rolled. These rolled D12s. So Hephaestus will take 29.
You'll have to remind him he's using the facilities.
All right, 29. Okay, so that's that one. Laura. Now moving. Make her attack.
So 4 of the 5 are still standing? Frost giant?
Yes. Well, the missing one is not standing. He's totally
Yeah,
down.
well. Same thing.
Ouch. What's damage? Initial hit. Be that. Her backstab is 6 or 7. Plus she will dump on this special. Second. So she will dump that.
What's happening? Jesus Christ. What? Is that the damage? 40?
Yes. So she stabs him and he goes down. Boom.
Lee, check
She
chat.
gets. Yeah, they're gonna tell you what damage you take.
Gotta wait till he puts the on.
Yeah, I saw. Hey Ben, do you remember what I took the first time?
21 or something
might-
like that, wasn't it?
No, yeah, I don't remember.
It was low 20. I think it was 21.
Sounds good. I'll ask you your next.
All right, so we're going to drop 3d6 of healing on Zindrid.
Yep.
Let's see here.
Yay!
So 8 points there.
What?
With healing light.
Cool.
And then I'm
Oh, I was
going to cast darkness on my dagger.
So everybody's in darkness.
Well, it's not that far. It's let me see. I guess it is a 15-foot radius, so 30-foot sphere, 15-foot radius.
15.
So casting darkness.
That will cover HK and Firebrand.
Okay. But then I'm going to start heading for the other giant that's out in the periphery there. 30 feet.
All right.
Lexi's just full
a
sending.
dark cube coming at him. Cool. Nice. All right. Giant in the corner there is going to take on you, Jew.
He should be at advantage because I went reckless.
You did.
Oh, and I'm also going to instruct Jean to stay by HK's side just in case.
Okay. So 28 hits.
28.
You take 18 damage, but that's half because you're raging, so that's 9.
Ow.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna hit you.
Ooh, do we still have those temp hit points from was that from Alexi?
Oh yeah, everybody well, party members, not the NPCs. Everybody gets an extra, let me check
It was
that.
8, right? I had it shown on my sheet as 8.
Okay. Well, you're about to lose it because you just took 40.
Yeah.
Yep. 20.
So I can choose up to 5 creatures that can that I can see in the morning. Everybody gets plus 8 temporary hit points. I get plus 13. I forgot totally about those. That's the
So additional
new
20
feature.
Ben?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would have been 40. So it's good you took that one for the team.
Ugh! You son of a! I'm about to
All right.
chop this dude in half.
Then I credited those back out of previous damage.
Cool.
I already had those on my sheet. They were already factored in.
Yeah.
Firebrand, Dashimi will heal you 12 more points.
Sweet.
Lay your hands on me. Lay your hands on me.
All right.
Can't, you're too far away.
Fire a stone at you.
Lay your hands
See
on
what's
me.
Matt, what's your armor class?
I'm sorry, what?
What's your armor class?
Oh, well, I'm covered in darkness, but my armor class is 18.
18. Okay.
Darkness.
Well, the first roll would hit. Let's see if the second one does. Yeah, the second one misses you. So the darkness prevails. The stone whizzes by your head, and you are safe. So now we go back to Zindrid.
Okay. So I still got this guy looming above me.
Yeah, he's not doing so well though.
Didn't figure that he would be. So we will start out with the first attack.
Okay.
With the long sword. With a nat 1.
Ooh, you missed.
I do indeed. Do I have the second attack?
Yes, you do.
Okay. Then after a swing and a miss, she redoubles her efforts and comes back with a 29 to redeem herself.
So you did a great feint. You know, try to let him go for the sword. He fell for it. And you nail him.
All right. That's going to put down 15 slashing damage. He should also. That's on his. Is it on my turn or his turn that he's going to party on his turn when he starts? He takes damage for fire.
Is that probably his turn?
It actually would have been last time, but that's fine.
Is it what the last time? How much would it be? Roll it.
It would have been a D6.
He'll be dead then. He'll be dead.
Would that be before or after my attack?
After your second attack.
Okay,
So-
cool.
So,
So-
I'm just saying because he was down to 1. I just want to make sure he was down and done. So he's
Just want to
gone.
make sure I didn't waste that roll. I
No,
want to
no,
make sure I stuck him good and proper.
no. The sticking was what definitely finished him off. All right, you have move left. Where would you like to go?
I do. So nearest battle to me would be the giant that Zhu is fighting, right?
Yes.
So if that's within my movement,
Yes.
shoulder to shoulder with Zhu, right up with him.
Okay. Well,
Are you still mounted or are you on foot?
I'm on foot.
all right. Rydell will then do this thing. And he's a rage.
Chop his kneecap. Bring him down.
Oh, only another 1. But he's at advantage because he's reckless. So he hits. He'll do 7 plus he'll drop. He'll drop 2 dice. So that is 7.
So currently in melee against him right now is Rydal, myself, and Zhu, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Rydal entering that melee, if he had the movement, would have come in on my opposite side.
Yep.
Like shoulder to shoulder with me,
Oh, going to you.
right? So that the 2 other people were on either side of me.
All right, he puts a pretty heavy blow into him. He's hurting. There's my time. Okay. So that now we'll put who's next? Put right now. Frost Giant is dead. Firebrand.
I take out the wand of wonders and I aim it at the frost giant in front of Alexi.
Okay.
So I roll a 73. I cast fireball. God, it's not even it's not even anything cool because I already do that.
Oh. He hit the deck save. He failed.
There's no wonder what he's gonna cast. It's gonna be a fireball.
Yeah, that was
Ooh, Firebrand.
wah wah. All right, so 8d6. For 35.
Nice job. Yeah, he's taking a hard blast. He was looking in the darkness and didn't see anything until he gets hit side of the face with fire.
Oof.
Anything else you want to do?
I think I'm good where I am.
Okay, cool. Chew, you're next.
I am going to. I'm gonna take a strike. I'm gonna try to chop this guy's lower left leg off, just like right at the kneecap.
All right.
All right. Does the reckless thing carry on, or is that choice?
You can choose to. Yeah.
Okay.
It's not rage carries on because you were attacked. You attacked and got hit. So those are both bonuses to keep the rage going. But the reckless is your choice. If you want to stop being reckless between your rounds, you may do so.
Nah. Let's keep going. 27.
That hits.
13, 16.
You take a hefty chop into the knee. It goes all the way up to his groin, up to his guts. They just start spilling out in front of you and the drow, ending his life.
Oh.
He is gone.
Zendra takes a hefty step back, trying
Reaction.
to avoid the entrance.
All right, I'll take my second movement and start running towards the other guy.
Okay,
Ah.
going crazy. All right.
Too mad.
So Therese. She's next. She will just shoot. That will do a hit. Soften him up a bit.
I killed a
Nice.
frost giant. I killed a frost giant. With help.
All right, so he takes an arrow. Nothing more than that. Hephaestus. 2.
I am going to move my hunter's mark with my bonus action.
Yeah. To what? You capture.
To the one that Oleski is about to attack.
Okay.
I'm going to move my regular movement as far as I can.
30 feet.
Yep. And I will actually before I do that, I want to throw my javelin. That way, I'm out of the darkness.
Well, the thing is, when you throw it out of the darkness, because remember,
I'm gonna throw it before I move. That way,
okay.
I'm out of the darkness when I'm throwing.
All right, go ahead.
So, and I'll have 2 throws of javelins. So first throw.
Pretty much, though, he's still gonna have you're gonna have disadvantage because this is a bubble of darkness. So you still.
I didn't realize Oleski had reached the point where he was fully engrossed.
No, this is still darkness. So you got to think this is a big sphere of darkness right here. But
Okay.
Could go 50 feet in the air, regardless.
I cast the spell on my dagger. I'm carrying the bubble with me.
Right.
Right.
I'm center of the bubble.
Right. My thought was I thought the giant would be taller than the bubble, so I could see his head over the bubble. That's what I was.
He's not above 15 feet. He's about that. So.
Okay. Fair enough.
Even then, he'll be covered.
Let me re-roll that with disadvantage then, because I didn't actually do that. And piss 4. 12.
Not that bad, but it does miss.
And then
not bad, but not good enough.
Well, 12. that hits a lot of other normal numbers.
And with disadvantage, 22.
That's the last one to hit. Yeah, it hits.
Yep, that's my second attack.
Yep.
Let me get to the damage on that, which is going to be hang on. Damage is going to be D6.
D6.
That's going to be 11. Then I've got the Hex, which is a D6, for another 5 for a total of 16. Then I'm going to throw a D8 on there because I'm going to burn an action using Commander's Strike.
Mm-hmm.
Which is going to give Oleski the ability to use a reaction to attack the target, and he will get to add my superiority die to the damage if he's successful in hitting.
Okay.
And that damage roll is an 8, so you'll add 8 to that damage. Oleski, do your worst. You've not used your reaction yet, so you can use your reaction as an attack. Basically, hit him, Oleski.
How would you like to hit him? You have a little bit of a ranged weapon. You're about 10 feet away.
I do, but I don't have it in hand.
Your dagger.
You get to the dagger. It's gonna do an extra 8.
Okay. Sure. We throw the dagger.
Roll.
Okay. So 15 to hit.
Hits.
Let me see. It's a D4 plus 3 plus 8. Is that what I'm getting at here?
Yep.
It's 5 plus 3. 5 plus 8 is 13.
13 damage.
Yep, 13 damage.
And does he have? I saw it was a dagger of venom, so he's taking a con save.
No, I haven't. I haven't activated the venom. That takes a full round action. So.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's all you, Hephaestus.
Okay, and now the sphere of darkness is on the giant.
Yep. He can't see. And all right, so Laura will move somewhere around there. Aleski, now is your turn. So now you get your reaction back.
Okay. This is gonna suck. All right, so item interaction, I draw the Sunblade and activate it.
Okay.
Movement action, I move forward to the giant.
Okay.
I don't know if that dissipates the darkness or not, because it's a light spell.
Darkness spell would say light, yes. So yeah.
Darkness is a second level spell. I don't know if the blade is a first level spell or not.
I'm gonna say it dissipates it. Being the
Okay. So that dissipates my darkness. Yay. All right, and then I cast Green Flame Blade. So let's start the chain here. So casting the spell, I do a melee attack as part of the casting.
Okay.
And because I didn't have my good weapon, it's only an 11.
You do miss.
And now I'm screwed. Thank you. All right.
All right. Nashimi is.
Oh, and my bonus, I'll drop 3d6 of healing on Hephaestus since he's charging up as well.
Okay.
So 10 points of healing on Hephaestus.
Okay.
All right, Nashimi will put 3 more points of damage on that frost giant. That one's gone. He will attack. So yeah, you're in front of him now. So he's gonna hit you, Aleski. And that will hit.
Yep. Clean me out.
You will take 21 damage.
Oh, that could have been worse.
Well, he's got a second attack.
Spoke too soon.
Sorry.
Asking you shall receive.
And then another 30. It's another 30 damage in there.
Another 30?
Yep. Zindra, we're back to you.
All right, so significant distance from the current combat.
Mm-hmm.
Double move would put me at 80 feet from where I am now.
Yeah, I'll get you there.
Okay, as I double moved, I have no attack or anything else left, but hey,
For bonus.
at least I'm there. I want to make sure that I'm within 5 feet of as many allies as possible with the position that I choose if I can.
Okay. You have a bonus anything you do?
Well, I got a couple of bonus action options, but no, I think we're okay for now.
All right. So we are now at Pepper. So she will fire a couple arrows. First one will hit. Second one will also hit. So 9. 9. So she has 18 more to this guy. So 2 more arrows zip through past you. They nail into this giant. Rydell will make the same move.
And he'll have an extra 10 feet to make 80 as well.
Yeah, so he'll be able to.
You started within 5 feet of me. So will you, Jew, when you move. You should have had an extra 10 feet.
Good.
Firebrand, you're next. They're all mobbing up on this last giant.
My turn yet?
Not yet. You are actually next. You're right behind them.
Um, I'm here this last guy, and I'm here for the wall. So I'm gonna do the Wand of Wonder again.
Okay.
52. You enlarge the target as if you cast Enlarge Reduce. The target can't be affected by that spell, or if you didn't target a creature, you become the target. So he got bigger.
All right. So he's a lot huge. Like great, bigger.
That
Perfect.
didn't go according to plan.
He's a super bronze giant.
Why do we even have that lever?
Easier to hit.
Oh, this is the game where I'm haven't used it since the beginning of the campaign, and because it never seems worth it, and I'm determining whether it's worth it to ever use the Wand of Wonders. And so far, it seems it's probably not.
All right, you. Now you have a super huge frost
As
giant.
I'm running up, I'm going to yell at HK to crouch. HK, crouch. And I'm gonna run up his back and just full send into this freaking giant frost giant.
Sure. Take your crazy jumping reckless attack to the super giant who's now like 24 feet tall.
26.
Hit.
He probably gets advantage against it because it's so big.
19.
Oh, nice. Okay, you start cutting into his shoulder. He's roaring in pain. Blood is gushing all over you.
Love it. Second attack. Driving my sword deep into his chest. 21.
Yeah, it's driving.
17.
You open him up. Blood is gushing everywhere. He's down to his knee. Look at it. If he wasn't super large, he'd probably be dead.
He doesn't get any extra hit points for being large.
Do I get any more attacks? Is it just 2 attacks? Do I have 3? How many attacks do I have?
That was 2. I don't know. Do you have 3rd?
But the guts, he doesn't get any extra hit points for being large. But the guts that spill onto Jew are going to be extra large.
Super well.
They're going to be doubled in size.
Should I be getting 3?
There's going to be a lot of guts.
What is my bonus action?
Haggis, anyone?
Oh, I'm gonna use a bonus action, right? Bonus action. While you're in frenzy, make a single melee, or is that automatic? Third attack.
Yeah,
Probably enough guts to cover everybody that's in that grouping. Just saying.
Is the rage? The rage just gives.
You can use your bonus action to make an extra attack.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. Attack.
Is that still at advantage from reckless?
Yes.
Yay. Ooh, and nat 20.
Oh God.
That's a 31.
All right.
So a 28 damage.
28 total.
28 total.
All right. So yeah, you take that. You just take a hard jerk. It's such large. You empty. You basically are now in a pile of intestines of this giant. So Jerez will say, everyone. She fires another arrow to this point here and says, everyone get there now. The other giant will be returning.
There's another one? Ah! I start running over there. Ah!
Who's going? You have a few rounds. So
I will go.
Absolutely. Lined right up.
Oleski, do you want to go there in the midst of this or no?
Well, yeah, I'll snatch up my dagger.
Yep. And be in the middle of it.
Go wielding 2 weapons that way.
Okay. Dress will be there.
All right.
She's staying there.
You guys take out the bottom half to bring it down. I'll take off the top half.
Okay, so I think it shows up on its last turn. So that will start. So the start of the initiative will go to.
Where the hell does this thing go, by the way?
You have to ask that later. So Zindra, you start the attack on this guy.
Oh, great! I'm standing right in front of it. Let's go.
He's so white.
All right, so I'll start off with a couple of swipes of Kismet.
You will have advantage because he's flanked in every possible way.
Okay. I don't think I needed it on a 27 for one attack.
Wow.
Roll a natural 20. That's what you get for a bonus. So
That one
definitely
could be
hit.
better. Yeah, so they will all hit. None of them would be a natural 20, so but they're all over 20.
So give me your damage.
So first attack is 13.
Okay.
Second attack is 14.
Okay.
Given the hell that's going to unleash upon this poor bastard, I don't think I need to smite him.
All right.
So
Smite him.
So-
Don't hold back.
Pepper will hold. Rydell is in the mix of this, so he will attack. So he will not need to go reckless because everyone has advantage. It does hit. And does 13.
How many rounds have we gone over?
You're about 5. All right. Firebrand. Do you wish to do anything?
I'll cast Firebolt at him.
Shocker.
I'll save everybody from the what, Jew? Another Wand of Wonder?
Do it.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna, you give the people what they want, right?
Oh god.
Last one worked out well.
Now there are 5 of them.
Yeah, don't do. If you do doubles, then it'll be awfully bad.
Where'd you go? There you are.
Shrink it down.
That's a 1. That's a 19. So
Oh.
that's gonna be. I cast a gust of wind.
He farted on him.
A line of strong wind, 60 feet long and 10 feet wide, blasts from you in a direction you choose. For the spell's duration, each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from you following the line.
Yeah, that will be everybody but Hephaestus.
Roll now or roll at the start of our.
Now, all right, so you asked for it. You start. What was that, strength check?
Yeah.
Is it just
Make a
straight up
strength check.
straight up strength?
Yeah, and you have advantage because you're raging.
15.
I believe you passed.
This is the check, not a save.
Just check, yes. Oh no, it is a save. It is a save.
Strength save.
If it's a save, everybody within 5 feet of me gets +4 to their roll. I'm sorry, 10 feet of me. +4 to their roll and an advantage to
19.
spells and magic effects. So
So 19.
advantage roll +4.
All right, you would actually have advantage too, so
Still a 19.
yeah, you pass. You pass anyway. All right, so what are you gonna do? You can rage.
And so you know that since the giant was enlarged, he has advantage on strength saving throws.
Well, that one's dead.
That one's
but-
dead.
Oh, okay. All
right.
That's too bad. That's funny.
Is it still my turn?
Yes.
Oh.
You have your
Sorry.
all your attacks. Go reckless.
I'm going reckless. Chopping away. Hacking at limbs.
You really don't have. You don't have to go reckless because if you're flanking him.
25.
Hit.
Ugh. 14.
14 damage. Okay. Next attack. Attack on the
Chop in the other leg. 24.
Hit.
Another 14.
Okay.
Chop in the other leg. Bonus action.
Third attack. Yep, you can do bonus.
Going
Bonus frenzy.
right up the middle. And 17.
Hit.
And the final bit of 17 damage.
Ooh. All right, he's got him into it. Cuts all over his flesh, bleeding all over onto the this. Duress will just watch you go crazy. Hephaestus.
Bonus action, move the hunter's mark.
Okay.
Attack with the spear.
You have advantage.
Right?
15.
Hit.
Okay. That would be
This is considered a creature. I should have did intimidating presence. Damn it.
That's going to be 7
Okay.
on the first attack. Second attack. Wrong one. Hang on a second. 17.
Hit.
And that's going to be another 9.
Okay.
Then I'm going to get 200's marks on that, making an add-on 12. And then I'm going to use Commander's Strike, which will add a D8. And I'm crouching so Jew can use his reaction to get one more attack.
Ouch. All right, Jew, make an attack at
HK.
advantage.
Oh wait, me?
And you get that. Yeah.
Oh.
And you get to add 3. I crouched so you can go. I gave up my attack so you can take yours.
What is that? 19.
That's a hit. That's
Yeah, that's not a bad combo. Right
16.
yeah. 16 plus the 3 that you get from
Nope,
the strike.
that's with the plus
Like-
3. Oh wait, is there additional plus on from which HK?
No, no, just my 3.
Oh.
So it's your damage plus 3.
Oh, so yeah, so 19. Then
19. So with that, you he's down. You lop off his head. Blood goes down. Pours all over the place. With that, it is eerie quiet.
I rise from one knee. I shake off the blood, and I turn. Is everyone whole?
Seems it.
Scanning around just everywhere looking for any other possible threats.
Perception check, please.
$21.
You seem very confident that it is very quiet.
Well fought.
That was solid.
And she starts cleaning her sword.
I'm gonna use the frost giant to wipe my sword clean.
He's a pretty bloody mess, complete all over, so he's not very clean himself. To get that because of the way you hacked at him, Jude.
Put the lightsaber away.
Obi-Wan is
Clean off mine, and then I got to go find someplace to like lick my wounds.
Good fight.
let's see what this.
Good fight.
Let's check spells. She will do.
What time of day is it? How much travel time do we have left?
You got about 3 hours left, and then it will be camp.
Who's injured?
I'd like to at least take a short rest before we
Who isn't?
move on.
I suggest that as well.
We're all a little beat up.
Who looks the worst
Uh,
besides me?
Potentially Firebrand.
I'm only slightly over bloodied.
I was down to 13 at one point.
I didn't get that bad.
You're muted, Jacob.
After the second rock hit me, I was down to 3.
Damn, dude.
That's why I said I am barely hanging on to life.
That's why that first Wand of Wonders was a fireball, because you was like.
All right, so who looks the worst now?
I look really bad, but I'm actually not doing horrible. I just got stuff all over me.
Zendra uses her lay on hands ability to heal
Yes,
herself to get herself back up to alive because she was still pretty about 3/4 dead. So she's okay now.
Okay.
But the other paladins also have healing if it's needed.
Yep. Nashimi is also a cleric, but she can heal. That's her full point.
So again, who looks the worst now?
I'm at 43 out of, or I'm sorry, 52 out of 83.
You're a little bit more beat up than me then, by a couple.
I think Rydell is the only one that got.
Yeah, we're about.
So just pick someone.
We're about equal.
I'd say
HK and I are about equal in percentage wise.
But that said, heal the others first. I have my own. I will be okay.
yeah, I'd go heal up Firebrand. We need him max capabilities.
All right. So before I rest, I will use my other spell and heal Firebrand. And gain. Oh, what a sucky roll! Gain back 16.
Zindred, how are you still wounded, or are you actually fully health?
She's not full, no, but we're at like 3/4 of a tank. 79 out of 96.
Running off you.
Okay. Yeah. So, Jew, where are you at? Is usually not bad.
Yeah, I'm at 54 out of 75. So.
And I'm going to use second wind.
Oleski, where are you at?
I'm at 20 out of 80.
Okay. So you have done well at giving.
Jesus
Should have
Christ.
healed yourself.
You look the worst.
Yeah.
Damn, son.
When you were asking that, you should have looked in the mirror.
Nashimi will give you 18, Oleski.
Oh, thank you.
18. Using second wind, I got 18 back on my own. So now I'm pretty good. I'm at 70 out of 83.
Okay. Nashimi will give you another 4, Zindred.
Always take it.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
You guys wish to continue? Or you guys just take a short rest?
Yeah, short rest. I'll expend 2 hit die.
Okay.
This seemed planned to be surrounding us as it was.
Jew, why don't you give me Jew and Oleski, you can give me a history check, please. At advantage.
11 wasn't my strong subject in school.
Wow.
Can I help him out?
You did. That was advantage.
14.
Actually, too. Firebrand, you actually, when you were younger, you were around this area too. So you roll as well. Same thing.
What you said advantage?
Yes.
20.
Okay. You know that this is kind of like a highwayman situation with frost giants. Commonly, they run this area quite a bit, so they do a lot of ambushing. So it was definitely planned, but you don't really think it's connected to anything on a higher scale. They don't really have much.
It was planned, but for the next person that came by.
More
specifically
probably a
for us.
tribe. I mean, there's definitely probably more of them in another group of them, but nothing connected to your full thing. This was pretty random.
So are we on like a major? We're on the thoroughfare where people travel.
No. They might have spotted you a while back. You got to remember, they have very keen senses in the Arctic tundra, so they are hunters. You became prey. They tracked you somewhere, probably watching you come out of the town.
They're looking
and they made distance.
Short rest, is that what is that for healing? Is that
You get to use your hit dice, roll that to accumulate hit points back. That way.
Any amount of your hit dice that you would like to use for that, you can use.
And that's how do I know? How many do I have? Is that
your level?
It's your level.
Oh, well, my level.
What kind of dice it is? You have to look in the whatever your character,
I'm
whatever
He's-
barbarians have.
Yours is 12, Jew.
I'm a level
For bar-
10, so D12.
Yeah,
I'll use,
and you can use as many or as few as you need, as you feel you need.
I'll use 2. And so I'm level 10, so I have 10.
Ben, would I be able to search the bodies to see if there's anything of note or anything that would be useful for the party?
Sure. Investigation.
Loot the bodies. Loot the bodies.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to loot the bodies too while we're.
I prefer to think of it as search for intel and usable resources.
I'm looting the bodies.
Investigation.
And
Is injured also that?
Just,
Yeah, I will also.
so by looting the bodies, I'm just
Yeah.
poking it with my
Hey.
sword.
Spoils of war is part of how you
Is there-
cover
it-
expenses. That's a natural thing. Yeah,
Is
we
it?
could definitely
Is there
put
another
quotes.
body to loot?
There are 5 dead bodies. So.
But I'm gonna go look at one too.
Festus found nothing.
Hephaestus fell in the super enlarged ones and
Intestines.
like just now stuck with intestines all through his like hanging off his arm. He had to cut through, get part of it. He became more disgusted than looking for shit.
I got a 16 on investigation.
I'll use the
All right,
piece
so
of
there are 5
intestine.
of you.
I'll use the piece of
Which is
intestine on me
terrible
to
for
throw
me.
it to him.
Yeah. A couple of you kind of looked around a little bit going on. So each of you have a giant. So of that, you will get 23 gold off of each. Because each have 23 gold of coins.
Yay.
You can just add what they are. You didn't really find much else in that. Aleski, they seem to be some part of a tribe of the 3-headed white winter wolf.
Oh.
3-headed.
But they didn't seem to be carrying anything else of anything other value.
It's fine.
All right. Yeah.
Just add that to my resume if you haven't already seen it.
Player frost shines. You need a bard with you, Jew.
Mhm.
Writing your lores of your greatness, apparently.
I'm
I
in.
hear fifth edition.
I'm in
fifth
search of
edition
that
likes-
group 5th edition. I hear they are.
No, they're not known yet. They're not known yet, man.
Should we set their heads on spikes as a warning to others of their kind?
I'm down. Let's do it.
Uh,
Oh, I gotta go get my javelin out of that one too.
I don't know what's customary when you're
You-
ambushed.
You do you. But
I mean, I'd make a necklace of
I'm
ears, but
Gonna leave it.
that shit would be too big.
Yeah, that's pretty large.
It'll weigh you down.
You could take a lock of their hair and
Not their pubes, you.
put that somewhere on
Head hair.
or
I
something.
have no interest in a souvenir. I simply meant
Yes.
against other.
Keeping a souvenir is a little psychotic.
You're the one that talked about it.
I'm
Yeah.
good with just mounting some, mounting some heads on stakes as a warning.
All right.
I think we could just move on without
we're not
doing
taking
any of
the,
that.
we're not taking the bodies. So
Okay.
I don't know that we want to mount the heads because that could anger the tribe and
We don't need
entice
another
them to
enemy
chase us.
following us. We have enough enemies after us. We don't need to.
they attacked
Create
us.
more.
We defended ourselves. I say we arrange their bodies in reverence and move on our way.
Once again, I'm with HK.
I meant not to stymie.
Y'all no fun.
Yeah, Laura goes, I like the idea of making them, going after the other ones. That sounds
We know you do.
We don't need to make additional enemies on this trip.
more to kill.
And true, we're not actually traveling a road. I simply meant that, where I come from, we were ambushed in our own
Cast your
territory.
little fireball and
Their heads on
cremate 'em,
spikes.
so their ashes can go in the wind.
I believe a simple create fire would work. Like I'll arrange the bodies. We'll put some tinder or whatever on them.
And I drop fireball.
Okay.
Good solution.
I was gonna say add a little oil so the fire can catch, but okay, I'll save the oil.
If we're not sending a message to our enemies, then funeral rites for frost giants are a waste of time.
Back so as Oleski indicated, we don't garner new enemies. We were an attack of opportunity for them. They lost.
Hit you with a rock.
Although
They weren't looking for a war. Let's not give them one.
although
They
if
hit you with a rock.
burning frost giants might be the same message as mounting their heads on spikes.
Perhaps we just leave them as they lay, as they would have left us, and move
Yeah.
on.
Fair.
We don't need to put any personal touches on how we're leaving them.
Oh, I put my personal touch on them already.
Oh, hey,
Okay. You guys
whatever
ready
floats your boat, bud.
for the road?
Yep.
All right. You will basically get through the day, be able to camp again. You'll be able to get a long rest, everybody.
Yay.
Long rest, long rest.
Ooh, hey, what's long rest do? Heal.
Heals you, gets back your spells, gets back your second wind, your all that good stuff.
Zindred, could you give me a quick perception check, please?
Sure can. My passive's 21.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna message you.
I'll pick somebody else.
I'm gonna attempt to. Are we at the river yet? I need to wash my clothes. Got a little soil.
Yeah, another week of travel with you, you're definitely walking downwind.
I'll use prestidigitation to clean up Jew.
What? What's that look like?
Would you
Ginger would happily line up for cleaning as well if it's a possibility. She doesn't have that.
do that as well for me? That would be great.
Yeah, as we're traveling, I'll work on cleaning everybody up.
Just so you have that.
Sorry, I went through the middle of a frost giant.
Yeah,
All right, so you guys have your camp. So
everybody's clean.
cool. Everyone's cleaned
Yay.
up, all taken care of. Hephaestus, you have first watch with Jerez.
Yes.
So anything you wish to do while she begins to start her patrol and everyone's camping down?
Nope.
All right.
Do you make your own arrows, or do you simply go with those that are purchased?
Sometimes I make them. Most of the time I just purchase them. There are some fine Fletchers and at home. The perks of now the obsidian ribbons.
Yes. Do you utilize poisons in your work?
Myself, no, but I do use them sometimes.
If the mission calls for it, you would.
Oh yes. Well, let me do a quick little research here. Excuse me. Not all these names are readily available. I often used to use Luliance's trade work when we were all together.
I'm sorry, Ben. My screen froze up. Can you repeat that?
I will type that to you.
Okay.
Oops. That name. She was very good at that. So we in the group we would use it, but You can take all of us. Pity.
Well, it'll be good. It's good to know that if the mission calls for it, we have additional things that we can do. If you see anything that could be useful for that, let's take advantage of that. With what we're going against, we may need any advantage we can take.
Okay. I am not much of a rangers type, if that's what you're looking for. I am definitely more archers, such as removing a threat temporarily, as you saw in the battle.
I like that effect, by the way.
Yes, it's quite useful for evening the odds or getting advantage on the odds. It is a banishing arrow
Damage.
of possession.
Great work.
Thank you.
Just stay vigilant, man the patrol. Keep an eye out. Make sure everybody is resting easy. Being as quiet as possible when passing Oleski so he doesn't wake up for his normal time.
I assume Jew's sleeping like a baby.
Out.
Yeah.
Out like a light.
So two
Like a
hours,
log.
2 hours in, Laura gets up. She kind of hovers around the camp this time.
Say again.
Laura hovered around the camp this time.
Why so close this time?
Matter.
She likes watching Jew sleep.
Nothing's wrong with it. I find that when people have a pattern, they break it for reasons, and understanding the reason helps you to understand the person.
I don't like having a pattern. I like staying chaotic.
And stroking Jew's hair.
Good to know.
Okay. It is now time for your watch to end with Juris. So Zindrid.
Apparently, what Firebrand's dreaming about is,
I'm trying to manifest a thing between them.
So Zindrid and Rydell will wake up. So Hephaestus, you can now bed down.
I find a spot. I stand in one spot. My eyes are open, and I basically just watch.
Okay. Zindrid, anything you wish to do?
same pattern as before, with Rydell circling the perimeter of the light. She'll be in the center, but kind of muttering to herself a little bit. She's beating herself up a little bit. She feels like she was a little overzealous, wanting to prove herself for new companions, and wound up too far out when strength lies in, the solidarity. And she's a little pissed off at herself and being grumbly, but still trying to pay attention.
The two give you space. They don't seem to try to talk you out of anything or whatever. Well, I said Laura's hanging around the camp this time, kind of moving around your new comrades, and the rest of the obsidian rating. So kind of doing weird little circulate moves just in and out of camp.
Satisfied.
Yes.
Why are you stalking the camp?
Let's
Your
see.
job is to stalk the darkness.
There's nothing in the darkness this time. I can see.
Well, fair. Let these folk lie.
I haven't touched them.
I know that you haven't, but that doesn't mean you need to tempt yourself and go patrol the darkness as you were ordered.
They're so playful.
Hmm?
They can be so playful. Maybe.
Fair, but that's not what we're here to do, is it?
And
what were your orders?
Orders. Fight. And then she stealthily stalks off.
Can one be stealthy while stamping through the snow?
She seems to be able to pull it off still.
Just kind of shake my head.
But you can tell she's haughtily upset.
Barely more than a child.
Indeed. All right, morning arises. You guys are fully rested. You have your full slots, your full hit points. You do the dice, you only get half of it back.
Can't wait to see what today brings. Ugh.
Drew, I'm going to give you inspiration because you're just really enjoying these, using the Obsidian Raven so well. I definitely, I like that roleplay. So you can hit inspiration on your character sheet.
You're a vigorous sleeper.
He's taking advantage
What
of
does
it.
that do?
You get to get a reroll. Basically a free reroll.
At some point, you can cash that chip in for another shot.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yep.
Very difficult to kind of get a
I'm
hold
gonna
of.
save that for when we run into the ghosts.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good
How
call.
about, how about you save that for when the ghosts take over
Yeah.
your mind?
That's what I mean.
What?
That's what I mean.
Gotta make sure the ghost doesn't get into his body.
What's better than one failure? Two.
Two failures.
Failing at advantage. Let's go.
So for us to speed this up, we will get all the way up to the river. How do you wish to get crossed? You gonna do the ferry thing?
Live in a van down by the river.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Yep. Who's going? What three
How-
would
We
did
have the
decide
How
list.
far
on
across is
first?
Hang
the
on.
river?
Hang on.
HK made a list.
How far across is the river?
It is about, let's say, 240 feet across.
Okay. Fly goes at a speed of 60, so it'll take you
Before actually choosing the way that
15
we
seconds.
cross, before we actually choose the spot where we're going to cross, can we scout up and down the river for a couple of miles, looking for the best spot, not just in terms of narrowness or wideness, but also making sure we have clear field of view and maybe defensible position on the other side and this side?
Or
Give
we
me
could
some
just
arms.
fly across and take the 16 seconds that it'll take Firebrand.
Well, he's worried about separation.
Oh, separation.
Trying to make sure that we don't have three people on the other side to get rushed by 4 frost giants.
Zindred have separation anxiety?
Well,
Maybe.
there's 3 self-propelled people,
Yeah,
and
like
then I
11.
can send 3, so we could do 6 people could go over at the same time.
All right, let's just
Start.
do it.
Because there's those 3 self-propelled folk.
Kept one of the giant heads on a stick. That would act as
Well, it's gonna take Pepper to get. Pepper will be slower than the Fly. She can get across on her own. All right.
Okay,
So,
you can start with the first group.
okay.
What am I in the last group?
So Pepper, Oleski, Rydell, HK, Lauren. Oleski's up there twice.
Oh,
He's a big guy.
you didn't.
Let me do that again, because I think what happened is I was rewriting it and I got it wrong. That's why my numbers came out weird.
Yeah.
I think because you're missing Laura. Laura.
Laura's in the
Gotcha.
second.
No.
Laura's in the first group.
First round.
Only 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, this if you take Oleski out of the first round one,
Yeah. So just,
that's 10.
Right.
So you can just take somebody out of the third round and put them into the first round. Jew could just go in the first round instead of the third round.
How was
And
Rydell
Zindred-
self-propelled?
Yeah. Rydell is not self-propelled.
Okay, so
Okay.
so then
Pepper and Oleski are the only 2 that can go.
yeah, so Rydell takes the place of Oleski in the first round.
Okay. Yep. Okay. All right. So we're going to.
Yeah.
All right. So you, Pepper, Oleski, HK, Laura, all across. You get pretty much there.
Yeah. So I sprout 2 large translucent eagle's wings, basically, and can fly across.
Firebrand, you can do 3 people, or you and others.
It depends what level spell I use.
Uh-huh.
A third level spell is 1 person, 4th level is 2, and 5th level is 3.
Okay. Is it you and these other people, or you just cast it on them and they go?
I can just cast it on them and they go.
Okay. So you're saying
That's just the number, the total number that I can concentrate on at the same time. It's a third level spell. You get to add 1 person per level above that.
so. Cool. Jew Oh, you have Zindred. Your passive perception is awesome. I love it. All right. As you're concentrating and go through, it takes how long it takes to really get across? 60?
They can fly at a 60-foot speed, so
So it's gonna be
30
about
seconds.
30.
yeah, it doesn't take long.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Okay. As you do that, Zindred, in the distance as you turn around as he's concentrating, they're just pretty much landed on the other side. So Firebrand, you're just about to drop your concentration. You see this weird cloud-like movement coming up from behind where you guys just came from.
I pointed
That-
out.
Okay.
That's after the first group is gone.
Just as you land the first group.
Okay, so Juress, Nanchimi, Jew, Zindred, and me are still on this.
Yes.
Sure.
All right. So Zindred just says, "I see something."
I turn and look.
Give me a perception
Draw
check.
my sword.
Okay.
13.
You also see this weird foggy movement. You're not quite sure what it fully is, but it does look a pretty decent mass of maybe 20 feet across, maybe 25 feet deep, but it is moving rapidly.
This is not good.
All right.
Get everyone across.
Firebrand, this might be
Firebrand.
time for a wall.
So Firebrand, you cast
And
Jurassic.
only. Okay, so
You got 3 hitting. Second round says Jurassic Nashimi. Do you want to do a third one, or are you just going to wait?
I'm gonna do a third one as me because then I can keep my concentration from the other side easier.
All right. So you now making.
So then I can do it from here.
So Jew and Firebrand, you're the last 2 remaining.
No, Jew and Zindred would be the last ones remaining.
Sorry.
And this cloud thing is still rushing towards us.
Yes. At a very you have history with, obviously, because you're mounted. You feel that it is very pretty much a mounted type of movement. Something that either
Like the cloud of dust and stuff being kicked up by mounted.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mounted squad.
It's-
At least 10.
You can now take a regular perception check, Zindred, because your passive picked it up. But now to try to get some detail, you need to take a regular perception check.
13. Rolled a 2.
All right. You can see that there at least 3 of them are definitely some type of skeletal horses with riders in shrouds.
As soon as we touch down on the other side, I'm switching my concentration and casting again on them too. So they're going to be able to fly as soon as it hits them.
Sure.
And I'm on the other side so I can keep my concentration without these new guys coming at me.
Yeah.
We'll start flying across.
All right, so you basically get over. You start to see them coming up. By the time he lands, so 2 rounds, they've made some hard pushes at you. So they're about 200 feet away. You can now see that there are 5 of them. They definitely recall. You remember seeing one of them. It definitely looks like one of the Knights of Nine. You see one of those. So it looks like 5 of those are the Knights of Nine.
What weapons are they carrying?
5 of the 9.
Give me another perception check. 5 of them. 5 of the Knights of the Nine.
I wonder where the other 4 are.
16.
Hopefully not on this
All
side.
right. So,
Well, you're on the same side as Sindred, so they're on your side. When I got over to the other side, I'm going to tell HK that there was riders coming fast
see,
on that side.
you see a longsword, a maul, a morning star, a war pick, and a warhammer.
To the bottom 5, basically.
Yeah.
All right, so Morgan Star's on that side. Good.
All right, but you do see that they have Ghost behind them as well. Not
Uh-oh.
they're not of 9, but they seem to have a contingent of at least a dozen other ghostly fighters.
But this river's going to cause them the same problem it causes us.
Not for ghosts,
If,
but for the
if
riders.
Firebrand told you correctly, yes.
Okay.
All right, you are now.
So
I
I
told
told,
fly on them.
yeah, when I landed though, I yelled while doing all this, I yelled to HK that there's riders coming in fast. I didn't see them. I didn't see what they were, but
Yep.
So
I don't know the whole Knights of the Nine thing, but I knew that there was somebody coming.
so how close are they to us when we're able to fly?
200 feet, you said?
200 feet. So that's
Almost the width.
long range for the longbow.
Almost the width of the river.
I've got
Go ahead and
nothing
fly.
that hits that far.
2, you can moon them as you fly away.
Yeah, we can double move fly across the river.
Not going to provoke them.
Yeah. I do hang on to make sure that Zhu is coming. I don't like just fly off.
Fly, you fools, fly!
Oh, I'm flying. If I can fly, I'm flying.
Okay. Cool.
Firebrand, do you remember before you did all this though, and now the checking, you do realize that fly is a touch spell.
Oh, fuck. It is. Isn't it? That's why I was in the last group. Shit. Fuck,
But that
so I
also
have
means
to
you're
fly.
still here.
I
You're
have
still
to,
here. You were still here.
I have to
because
fly
you were
back.
just-
You'll fly
You
back.
weren't going with them on the second round. That's why
No,
it's
I
only
went
2
because-
of them.
No,
Because
he
you were
went
just
second round because he wanted to go. He wanted now to stay.
to be able to concentrate with